Oh man, it's Friday, December 3rd, and it's the Soapbox. We just got done hanging out with Joel and Eric talking about episode 3 of Hawkeye, and they wanted to talk about so many other
I
things.
know.
So they're going to be showing up in a few minutes to talk about all the other things. Because I had to keep them on track. That was hard.
Man, we're in December.
We are in December.
What the hell?
12 months. We've been doing this for 12 months.
Mm-mm.
Technically 11 months. Like we started in January, so
Yeah.
this will be the end.
This is like 2 years though for Mandalorian, or We Have Spoken.
Yes, but we've been doing the StreamYard thing for for 12 months.
Right. We paid for a year,
11
so
yeah. And then we got to decide what we're gonna do for the future. I kind of still like the idea of doing the Marvel show and then doing the Boba Fett in the Soapbox.
I like that too.
I kind of like it because then it lets us stay on brand for the one thing, and then we can get creative and find fun things to do with Marvel. You know, like we can watch the really bad movies. You know what I mean? Like if we want, or we can watch good ones that are guilty pleasure movies too. You know, like Daredevil or whatever. Yeah, we can find things to do. I think it'll be fun.
Did you do any Black Friday shopping this past weekend?
I did zero. That was really
Nothing?
cool. Zero. Like we chilled all weekend, all 4 days. We chilled. Like that was awesome. Like nothing. No Black Friday at all. Nothing.
Bought me a new keyboard.
Oh, nice. I think. Oh, sorry. Lindsay bought a new computer.
Oh, really? What you get?
Yeah. It's a tower. I don't remember what it is. It's like a Dell. It's a Dell. There we go.
There we go.
Way to bring him in right on the crunch.
Sup? Yep.
That's not minestrone. It's minestrone. Oh my god.
Captain Minestrone.
I went to school. That's
minestrone is a soup, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Minestrone.
And how you mine's minestrone. Yeah. Isn't that? Oh.
I always show off the new figures I got in the week. I got it's Salma
Hayek.
Selma Blair.
Salma. I got her.
Nice,
I haven't opened her yet.
Did you wear that costume in the movie?
Yes, she absolutely wore this costume.
Was that when they kind of went against the wall and like kind of shit kind of happened? And
yeah, it's the beginning of the movie. The beginning of the movie. Yeah, but Frank hasn't seen it yet.
You can spoil it though. I don't care.
Yeah,
but yeah, this is.
I'm all great. Now I know she gets pushed in a wall and
you get two full head sculpts. That's pretty.
Yeah,
cool.
she gets. I like it. She has the head with the helmet and one without it. Apparently, Salma Hayek doesn't like this figure because she thinks she has too serious a face. But whatever.
Oh man, if I had an action figure made out of me, man, I'd be like, just
stoked.
Yeah,
right?
like
exactly.
Did you guys watch the Simu Liu Hot Ones?
I watched his and hers both.
But they both have hot ones.
Yeah, them and Jeremy Renner had one too. He had one.
Yes, they all
had them almost back to back.
You know, Jeremy Renner had an app for like a minute.
Yes,
I think.
Yeah,
I think I knew that. Yeah, hold on, I'm gonna set this down. I'm gonna set this down.
Frankie, you were eating something like that entire show, and it was just making me fucking hungry.
So what happened was like I was mentioning, we were super stoked about going to Red Robin because it's been a while since we actually
Red Robin.
Yo, baby.
Yeah, we were stoked about it. You know, I had my sandwich. I was ready to go downstairs, and then I backed up and I tripped over. I think I mentioned this before. I tripped over a footstool that was in the bathroom. Kitchen. It was in the kitchen. Yeah, we keep our wine in the bathroom. I tripped over the footstool that was in the kitchen, and then I backed up and hit a shelf, and that shelf knocked down a coffee pot, which fell on the wine. And then
what are those things called? Where you it's a puzzle and
it was a Rube Goldberg.
There you go. Yeah,
the $1 million babied yourself.
Yeah, 100%. And so I fell, and then I'm in the midst of glass and wine, and my wife's all like, "Did you just break the coffee pot that my grandma gave me?" And I'm all like, "No, I'm fine. I'm good. Don't worry. I'll live, I guess."
Nice.
But yeah, everything was a mess. It went in places that we don't know how the wine could have even gotten there.
Oh man.
Like it was underneath books that weren't even in the room. Like it was insane.
Premeditated.
If you guys have ever done oil painting, I don't know any oil painters, but like
Yeah.
like you paint and you think you have everything confined, but somehow oil paints are like way over there, and just like it's just kind of what that
It's like me
reminded
with
me of.
Legos. I'll build a new Lego
Yeah,
set and like
Legos.
I'll drop one and it'll end
Yeah.
up like in the next room.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I'm-
It'll
I'm
end up
pretty-
in like in your shoe in someone else's
Yeah.
house.
I'm pretty
What the hell?
anal retentive with all my action figures, so I have like Ziploc bags and Tupperwares and stuff where all their accessories go, so I don't have to like
You're
worry
Boku
about
no
my
Shanti.
dogs and stuff like that.
That Hercules is pretty sick.
Yeah, this one came in the mail this week too, and he's really awesome. I love him. He's great.
Did you guys see there was a 4chan leak for whatever it's worth of the Fantastic Forecast?
No, who was the
And-
cast?
It was Glenn Howerton as Mr. Fantastic.
No, that's a fan cast, dude.
It was
It's
a leak.
It's
It was
a
a
fan
leak.
cast. You don't even know what your leaks
Seth,
are, man.
Seth Rogen as the Thing.
Ugh.
It's a fan.
What's her
it's
name?
a fan
Kristen
cast.
Bell as Sue Storm,
Fan cast.
and I forgot who Johnny Storm was.
Kristen
I like
Bell.
Seth.
Man.
I like Seth
Kristen
Rogen's
Bell is
thing.
Bad.
Okay.
Seth Rogen thing's pretty good. I'm on that train now.
Ooh, that's a sick Sandman.
No, wait, Seth Rogen because of Invincible.
No,
Why?
it's the voice. He's a good voice actor.
I don't see he's like. We'll
He's-
get some weed. No, that's a horrible.
Yeah, you don't want your thing to smoke you
No,
out. Like
it's
I
a
don't-
horrible impersonation, but
I
Jesus
don't
Christ,
believe
no.
I don't believe that list. I also don't believe Glenn Howerton would be
Wait,
Mr.
who the
the
hell
best.
is Glenn Howard?
It's
The-
Dennis. It's Dennis from Sunny in Philadelphia.
What? Oh, Jesus!
Oh,
no,
sorry,
no.
it's
That-
always Sunny in Philadelphia.
That is just bad. That is bad.
the
casting.
age is
No,
there.
you don't like that?
He
No.
does. He's done some serious stuff. This would be a good
What?
for him.
Name the serious stuff without looking it up.
He was in a few productions at the Old Globe Theater in San Diego.
He was doing serious plays.
He was doing acting.
You actually didn't name anything. You just told us something that we can't verify for sure.
I can tell you. Can I Google the show?
No. I said name something that he's been in without looking it up.
He did some street performing that was serious. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up.
I know, like Ricky.
He was in the Comedy
like
of
we did.
Errors at the Old Globe
the
Theater.
Comedy of Errors.
Comedy of
That's-
Errors.
That's a
that sounds-
Shakespeare play.
That's a serious
You know,
thing.
most of Shakespeare's are either comedies or
Or errors.
I directed
tragedy
the
or
Comedy of
both.
Errors in junior high. Thank you very much.
Well,
there you
then,
go.
Well, then-
Antipholus.
so why are you saying that this would be a dramatic role that he did?
He just
He's-
like I'm sorry. You look at him from Sunny, and I just can't. I would not be able to.
Dennis System, the MCU.
I love Glenn Howerton. I don't want him as Mr. Fantastic.
I
think the problem with that fan casting, because that's not a leak. That's not a leak at all. That's full fan casting. And what I think the biggest problem with it is it's still assuming that all four of them are going to be white. They ain't going to be white. There's not.
Yeah,
Not all four of them. There's no way.
I don't think they're gonna do the Black Johnny Storm anymore. I don't think they're gonna do that.
But yeah, but you got three other ones.
So well.
You got three other ones.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I just don't think all four of them are going to be black or are going to be white.
I do
just
feel
don't
that
think-
Mr. Fantastic and Sue
I
Storm
mean,
will be white.
what's the?
I don't think so.
The
I don't
leading
think-
rumor, right, is Denzel. What's his name? John David Washington for Mr.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I think Mr.
That's
Fantastic's
a big
most
get if
like-
they get him.
I think it is too.
Yeah.
I think that's a way better one, and I don't think Mr. Fantastic has to be white.
What happened with what's his name?
But we had this whole Superman
Krasinski?
argument before.
Yeah, because John Krasinski. And,
Oh, yeah.
and
Don't
and
rehash
the-
that. Don't rehash that.
I don't.
No, we're
I
not
don't
doing
like.
that.
I think that's when I logged off.
Yeah,
We're not rehashing that, but I'm just curious about John Krasinski and what's
Emily
her
Blunt.
name? Emily Blunt.
Emil Blunt,
yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
I don't love
Yeah.
that.
No.
I think that was perfect.
What?
Mr.
She's not
Fantastic.
into it though. Like I think Jim was all into it,
She's
but I don't
all
think.
salty
I-
after
I-
they burned her for Black Widow.
I also think they're too old. I think they're too old.
I think Mr. Fantastic being older is
How old?
perfect.
Yeah, I think he should be older. I think they both
Yeah,
should be
Mr.
older.
Fantastic should be older.
Guess you guys didn't read the Ultimates, huh?
I need them sideburns, sir.
Yes, the sideburns. He's gray-haired sideburns.
I wouldn't mind Lakeith Stanfield for
For
Mr. Fantastic. I think
That's
he'd be good.
cool.
Fuck
See, Frank.
no.
See, Frank's
Yeah.
got it.
Because he's
No.
he's
What's
young
his
enough.
name?
He's young enough to keep going, and he has the
Yeah.
chops.
No,
I don't
he ain't
want them
buff
to be
enough.
old. I want them to be young
He's
so
not
that
buff enough?
they can age
No.
into it. Dude, he doesn't have to be buff. He's Mr. Fantastic.
He's not buff.
He can use acting to be buff.
Yeah, this dude's only
I
30.
think Lakeith would be an interesting Doom.
Okay. Okay.
No.
All right.
No Black Doom? What?
No. We ain't going into this.
Well,
no.
okay.
Yeah, he's just saying no. He's just saying no. We ain't going into this. No.
We ain't going into this.
I think he'd be a good Mr. Fantastic. I think he'd be really cool.
Yeah,
Honest to God, okay. Anybody of any ethnicity as Dr. Doom is fine because his face is all fucked up. You won't even.
What?
Damn.
Dude, I thought you said we're not going into this.
No, we are. No, we're diving.
We're on
It
the
was a
train.
hot
We gotta
take that I
ride
just
it.
heard that it popped in my head, and I was just like, "Yeah, it's fine."
I'm telling you right now, there is a very high likelihood that Mr. Fantastic will probably be played by a black actor. That's my guess. That's my guess.
I'm not a fan of it, but
Yeah, and he'll be right-handed, of course.
I know this doesn't. I know. And they wouldn't even be that far off base to do it because they've already planted the seed for Kang, right?
True.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're related.
That's true.
Now he's
Wait, who's
okay.
who's
Yeah,
related?
no,
Dr.
sure.
Doom and Kang are related?
No, Reed
this is
Richards and
Reed
Kang.
Richards and
Kang is the great grandchild of Franklin.
That's cool. I didn't know
Reed.
that.
Reed, yes.
All right.
It doesn't mean you have to have both of them have to be black.
Yeah,
I'm
it
not
doesn't
saying
mean
that
it-
at all. But I'm just saying like there's a precedent set there.
A lot of things that happen in 3 generations.
Yes, a lot of things could
no,
happen.
it's a lot more than 3 generations. Kang's from the 31st century, dude.
Oh, so 4, 5,
So 4.
Yeah. Apologies, my numbers are off.
There's
4
a lot of things
generations.
that could happen
Maybe like a good
in that
4.
timeline.
He's from the 31st century. It's a lot of generations.
Here's the thing. When Kang was originally made in the comics, he was purple. So
his face is armor and it's blue, but he's not actually blue.
Yeah, blue. Okay, well, the thing is,
He's not blue underneath. He's not blue underneath that.
He wasn't actually. But that's the thing. They didn't actually give him a race until like many years after Kang came out in the comics.
Well,
It's like he came out. When he came out, he was
he was from Egypt. He was
they
Ramatut.
Ramatut. Yeah.
They
So
did
they
give him.
kinda
They did give him a race.
Or
Yeah,
Egypt.
they did. They made him white.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't. He's not blue when he's Ramatut. He's a white guy.
Well, again,
But he could have been white, like
back in
John
the day-
Wayne playing like Genghis
Yeah,
Khan or something.
That's what I was thinking. That's literally what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
yeah.
I was like, yeah, could be like, was it the army? Was it Army of Gods where?
Oh, that's
all
right,
the
yeah,
white
yeah.
people.
We're rehashing all the stuff from the last time you guys were here.
Who was that? That was Nolan or Christopher? Not Christopher Nolan. Christian
No,
Bale.
No, but
Christian
we
Bale.
Christian
talked
Bale,
about that with these two guys.
Christopher
Oh my
Lee,
God.
right?
And Ralph Waldo Emerson or whatever his name
Yes,
is that
all
played.
these people were from Africa.
Yeah, they're all from Africa. Believable.
Anyways, I'm just setting
Go back
you
far
guys
enough.
up.
We're all from Africa, right?
I'm
Right.
just prepping. I'm prepping you guys for
Is
the
it Lucy?
possibility that it's going to be a more diverse cast. That's all.
I
I'm
believe
trying to say.
I believe they're gonna start doing a more diverse cast, and I have no problem with them trying to do a more diverse.
Oh wait, but I
cast.
think you had. Wait, but I thought you had a problem with that.
He's
No, I have a problem
He's
with
like,
the
just
main
keep them
characters.
covered up. Keep them
I have a
covered up
problem
if
with
they're
the
going to
main
be diverse.
characters. The side characters, do whatever the hell you want. Main characters,
What?
The rumors,
I
the
feel like
strong
that's
rumors
not- I
is
feel
they're
like
going to
it's-
come in that they have already been casted and that they're in Ant-Man 3.
By
Yeah,
strong
I've come
rumor,
to
you mean
learn-
how you made me spoil it for myself last week? You made
Yes.
me read the words and spoil it out loud on the show. Yeah,
No.
thanks.
That
Thanks,
was-
thanks for that.
I've come to learn.
That was hilarious.
I've come to learn that my childhood is not my childhood anymore. So I'm just on.
What are you so butthurt about?
Yes,
It
my childhood
doesn't
ain't my
matter.
childhood.
I just
It
told you that
matters.
I just told you that there's a version of Mr. Fantastic that's young and he's really awesome and he actually has more impact on the
That-
Marvel universe
That
than the old
doesn't-
one does.
that doesn't scream to my childhood.
You can
That's
do
all
the
it
Council of Reeds and have the
does.
white
It
one.
really
in there,
doesn't. It doesn't scream to my childhood. And
Yeah, you
my
can do the
childhood-
Council of Reeds and have a white one also.
Very true. Very,
right?
very.
You can have Miles Teller pop up.
Your childhood
I
isn't
don't
built
believe
on
Miles
whether or
Teller
not somebody's
is-
white and black, just so you know.
No.
You're
And I
you're
am not
deciding.
saying, but I am not saying what pop culture should be. I'm saying what my childhood told me, and I accepted when I was a kid. And when I was a kid, these are the things that happen. So it's like this, like Barney coming out being a black woman. Really?
Barney was
All
played
of a
by a
sudden-
It's
black guy,
not.
though.
It's not
I'm
really
talking
like
about-
that.
It's like purple dinosaur. Now they just changed it because of the times. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about.
What? Oh man,
changed it
how
because
much
they wanna be
alcohol have
upset.
you had? You're
So I'm
amazing
like-
right now.
So I just don't want to be in that place.
Fun
I'm
fact:
just
the
looking at
actor who played Barney it now runs
It's
like
I
a
think it's a black-
tantric massage parlor.
Wasn't
Nice.
Barney,
Okay.
wasn't the guy who wore the Barney suit a black guy? I think it was
Yeah.
a black guy.
Yeah, he's
I
like
think
a
it was
sex
black guy.
guru.
Yeah, he said that, but you were too busy on your rant.
Oh, I didn't hear him say that. Nah,
Yeah.
my bad.
Ricky, why don't you tell Joel all the other Disney Plus shows that we can expect so we can get
Oh
off of
yeah,
this
we
whole
touched
black,
on
white-
it. So you got
conversation.
Ironheart,
Yeah,
Armored Wars,
Yeah.
The Secret Wars,
Yeah.
Echo,
Yeah.
Agatha Harkness,
And then Secret Armor
oh, they're
Wars.
doing that.
Marvel,
Oh, wow.
Marvels.
And,
No, it's a
She-Hulk.
movie.
She-Hulk, and Moon
And
Knight.
then Secret Armor She
And
Armor-
Miss,
Armor
Miss
Knights.
Marvel.
Secret
Miss
and
Marvel.
Miss Marvel
Yeah,
and
Miss Marvel.
and Spider-Man, the freshman year,
Yes.
and
But
Marvel's
hold on.
and
Oh,
Marvel
wait,
Zombies.
wait.
Marvel
Fresh-
Zombies.
Freshman year
But-
doesn't
Well,
count. We're talking
yeah,
about adult
freshman
shows.
year-
We're
year
talking.
count?
Well, Marvel Zombies is not
Yeah.
MCU per se yet. We don't know.
We
don't know. We don't know. Just because Amy Pascal said some shit doesn't mean it's true.
I'm pretty sure Marvel's just trying to promote MCU shit while they're doing
Is
their
it Disney?
MCU.
Is it Disney
Well,
Plus?
Yeah.
Yeah, these are all Disney Plus. There was one
Then
more
why
though.
would it not be Marvel if it's Disney Plus?
It's not MCU.
Oh, I see.
yeah.
what you're saying.
What did you not watch What If? It's all MCU, bro.
Okay, that's whatever. Sure.
It's
All
all
of it.
MCU.
Sure.
All of
Everything
it.
is
Hold on. Wait,
everything is
wait,
MCU technically.
We're MCU. This show
are
is
you,
MCU.
Are you gonna go watch Spider-Man
I'm not
No Way
gonna-
Home and
this
be
is
like,
like
those
the-
aren't MCU?
Maybe.
I will
Yeah,
stand
but
up.
that's
I'll
the thing,
stand up
though.
and be clapping. This is not MCU. Get Tom Holland off my screen. Or what's his name? Andrew
you could have
Andrew
named
Heathcliff.
either of the other ones, and instead you
Yeah,
need
I
Tom
know.
Holland.
Get Heathcliff. Get Garfield off my fucking
I mean,
screen.
we all
I don't
know
even
live
care.
action is where the
Heathcliff.
real stories happen.
Wow.
Yeah, live action. Yep.
Well,
Until
okay.
it's not
technically-
the only place.
But that's the thing, though. The way Loki,
Mhm.
again, this is why I feel like Loki is a dope show. The way Loki played out, everything can be MCU because everything is
Yeah.
a freaking different
Throw,
timeline
like,
now.
semantics
Yeah,
at it,
I'm
yeah.
just. What do you mean semantics?
Yeah, of course, everything is MCU. That's like, yeah, that's the true thing. But like, come on.
It's all MCU.
Come on, you can't end an argument with "come on, bro."
You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Like,
I don't know what you mean. It's all MCU.
Morbius is MCU. You heard it first. You heard it first.
Speaking of MCU,
No.
do you guys watch Chucky? That's part of the MCU now.
I do. I
Wait,
watch
what?
it.
No, no.
Oh,
I was just saying that. I'm just bantering. I'm just.
I
That
will
caught me
say.
off guard. That
I
was
will
just like,
say
what?
that after finishing that show, it totally felt like the Disney Plus series for the Chucky universe.
Kind of.
Is it on USA? What is it?
It's
What
on
is it?
USA, and
USA
sci-fi
and sci-fi,
and sci-fi.
And sci-fi. Okay.
So you
I
can
haven't
watch
watched
it on
any
the
of it, so I have no idea anything.
It's pretty good, but it only is good if you watched all the movies.
I've seen
Yeah.
Chucky 1, 2.
No, you gotta watch them all.
You got to watch all
Wait,
6 of them.
okay.
All 7 of them.
Oh God, there's 7. Okay, I
Does
know
the
there's
sun pop
3.
up in the show?
I never
You-
know
there's-
about.
That was one of my disappointments.
Chucky doesn't have a son, bro.
Well,
Isn't it just Chucky? What was Chucky? Was
I want
Bride
my
of Chucky
answers.
number 2?
Bride
Or
of Chucky
3?
was number 4.
4?
Bride of Chucky's
Jesus
4.
Christ!
Yeah.
What was 3?
3 was
Child's Play
Child's
3.
Play 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's when he's in the
I've seen-
military.
Okay, I seen all of them up to Bride of Chucky. That's the
Then
only
there's
one. I've
2
seen.
more after. No, four more after that.
3
Yeah.
I
No,
did
it's
not know that.
Bride,
Three?
Because Bride of
Seed,
Chucky was
Seed,
horrible.
Curse, and Cult.
yeah.
Oh yeah, Seed, Curse, and Cult. Yeah. 3 more.
Okay, I have not seen any of that.
They were direct to video, right?
Curse and Cult. Seed was
yeah.
released.
Cult was.
Yeah. Seed was released in theaters. Yeah, Curse and Cult. And that's what I think is crazy is like the movie or the show heavily references the 2 that were direct to video.
Yeah,
And it's like you have to know those like to watch it.
It's a total
They're-
love letter to the fans.
In fairness, those 2 are like the best ones, I think, of the movies.
Yeah.
Like I think they're the best movies.
You got to overlook some of the wonky special effects, but I think
Yeah.
those are the best ones content wise, and like also diversity wise. Like I'm not a huge like fan of like, oh, it has to be diverse. If it's diverse, it's diverse. It has to be entertaining to me.
Yes.
But this is both entertaining and diverse, and it's
Yeah, the
amazing.
protagonist was in a wheelchair, and when I was watching it, I was like, "This is ruining my childhood."
Don't hate that shit.
That's all I'm gonna do. Is
No,
hate.
man.
That's all I'm
Don't
gonna do.
hate. Don't hate.
What was the power scale?
Don't
Instead
hate.
of
Yeah,
being,
She was
it's-
high.
no,
Was the wheelchair power accurate, Dennis?
Instead of being
That's-
super enthused to have representation in a movie, I was like, "This is ruining my childhood. I can't
Look,
like this."
hold on. I'm sorry. I don't. When I go to watch a movie, first thing I do is I go to be entertained. That's number one.
Yeah.
Number two, I go because I'm influenced by these certain things, not because I want to change the world or change culture. I don't give a shit in that situation. There are different things in my mind that does that. Now, if it's something that's brand new,
I
and
own
it's
this. This is
changing-
my fault. I'm sorry, guys.
if there's something brand new and it is there to help change the culture or change the world, be my guest. I would love to do that. I'd love that stuff. But if you're taking my childhood and basically saying "fuck you" to me,
Why are
I
they saying
mean,
"fuck you"? Why are they
because-
saying "fuck you"?
because when you grow up thinking Lion-O from the Thundercats is Lion-O or He-Man is He-Man or freaking whatever is whatever, then you don't want to go watch something that you are very interested in and have them basically say it's not what you think. It's
No,
something
but
totally
they're
different.
not
This
saying.
sounds like He-Man. This sounds
They're
like
not
He-Man.
saying-
That's
they're not
very
saying-
much so. It's very much.
They're
He-Man.
not saying Lion-O's not Lion-O and He-Man's not He-Man. They're saying this is Mr. Fantastic and he might be black.
No, that's changing what I grew up with. That's like changing Optimus Prime to a woman, or changing.
So here's
changing.
are you saying that you don't like Aquaman because he actually wears like armor instead of like speedos?
You wanna hear something funny? Aquaman, they actually still gave him the gold and green, which I was sitting there going like,
no, he did not
that
have green
works.
speedos. He didn't have green
no,
speedos.
he didn't have green spears, he had green armor. But again, that is like Captain America didn't have military gear. He had.
So
the
you like?
blue,
Do you
red,
like
white-
Superman?
You got the
Do you
stupid
like-
suit, right?
Do you like
In the-
Superman without the red underwear?
Do I like again in the comic books? That was still part of me growing up, watching Superman go from the red underwear to the straight blue suit.
No, so I'm
And in
saying.
my
So you're
mind,
saying you
I
don't
look
like
at-
any of the Supermans that since then that don't have
It
red
has-
underwear?
No, I know. Again,
Do
when-
you
'Cause
like
that's
the
cos-
any?
it's-
Do you
'cause
do
it's
you like any
cosmetic.
Superman's out the
'Cause
red
it's-
underwear?
no,
Because it's
Dennis?
cosmetic.
The man
but the
demands his red underwear.
Cosmetic is like changing. Think of it from the standpoint of like changing like a belt buckle from square to round. There's not the same thing as changing a person that is white to black. It is not.
It can be if
It
if
can
their-
be if
their
you look
race-
at it that way.
if
I
their-
don't.
no, it can be if their race isn't important to their story.
Yes, but it's important to the Superman is one of the most known people on the planet.
We got back to it.
We got back to it. Thanks, Dennis.
Your
I-
fault.
You did this to us.
Where's the leave button?
I'm saying so you automatically don't like any Superman that has no red underwear.
No,
All right, put
that
on a
is
pot
not
of
what it
coffee. We're gonna need.
Hey,
Oh,
I
no,
thought
don't
you
worry.
were already.
I am
I thought you
I am-
already put on a pot of coffee.
I am not.
I got Monster.
I have basically been up because of work for so many hours that I've had like maybe 3 hours of sleep for the last like 3 days. So I'm like I don't want to stay up late tonight arguing.
What is that?
I've been playing Halo. They introduced a black character in Halo, and I was like,
Oh,
not
done.
my Halo. You ruined my childhood.
No,
Halo.
isn't Luke Cage?
He's in Halo.
Yeah, he's in
Yes,
Halo.
like
right?
how would you?
Yeah.
Like how would you feel if Luke Cage turned out to be like Filipino? It doesn't make sense. It does not make
Well,
sense.
what you're
Luke
saying
Cage's
doesn't make
character is
sense.
tied to being
His blackness is
his
important to the
blackness is-
character.
yeah.
Yeah, but Luke Cage, there's Filipinos in Harlem. There are.
And we just got done saying his blackness is important to the character.
Well,
there's lots
there
of
you go.
things. Hey, guess what? There's dog poop outside of my backyard.
Exactly.
But that doesn't mean that because there's dog poop that now I want to see dog poop representation. Like what? No, I'm not saying exactly. I'm saying you're making baseless arguments. You're saying there's Filipinos. They exist in the world. Change Luke Cage to Luke Filipino.
And we're saying I'm making arguments for me. I ain't Mandela. I ain't Martin Luther King.
But I'm saying how does it ruin your childhood?
Because I grew up knowing
I don't like change.
But yes, but that's the thing. It's like nobody's sitting there going like, oh, if change happens, change is bad. I'm saying what I look for in these certain things. And don't get me wrong, like certain things, sometimes I get taken back going like, this is how I feel, but then something changes my mind. So and for instance, James Bond. I had a certain idea for James Bond when I saw it. The last James Bond, when everybody was talking about that black chick was going to be James Bond, everybody knew. I was just like, I don't. That's bad idea. They're changing James Bond to a black chick. That makes no sense. I had a problem with that. I watched the movie and I was just like, it's actually not bad. It was actually not bad at all.
To be fair,
but she wasn't James Bond. She
wasn't James Bond. She was just 007.
Yeah, she was.
That was the media misleading you. Yeah, she was 007.
Yeah, she was 007. Yeah, and it worked. But
she was good, and she played. They paid respect.
She was probably the best part of that last movie, and the last movie was bad.
Daniel Craig looked like he was over it in that last movie. Like, he looked like he was done.
Honestly, everything I had wrong, everything I felt bad about that movie was because of Daniel Craig. Yeah, and honestly, and I still think he did a good job, but I did not like certain things that they did with that James Bond. That made me go like, really? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, like he took off his mask at one point and he was black underneath.
He Mission Impossible.
Yeah, he's Mission Impossible. He's all.
And again,
he's all. This was me. This
surprise,
was me for 50 years.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Give me back my destiny, bro.
That was good. Look. All in all, I am not saying that I am not in charge of Marvel. I don't give a shit what they do. If they want to change if they want to make Mr. Fantastic black, they want to do whatever it was. I am not even saying I'm not going to go see it. I will go watch it. Will I go in with a lower expectation? Yes, because it's my childhood that they're fucking with. If they took Dutch from Predator and made it some lesbian chick that just goes in there, went in there, and I'd be irritated if they
Dylan. You son of a C word.
Exactly. I would be
and they just go irritated like that to each other.
I would be irritated because
that's what girls do, right?
From my childhood, and if they took Ripley from Aliens and made it a black dude, I would be irritated.
I'd be down with
because that would be.
All of the examples you're making are inherently bad decisions because they betray the spirit of the character.
But
that's
the
what
thing
you're
is,
not. That's what you're missing.
None of that matters because their race don't mean anything. They could be whatever they want in those situations. If it wanted to be some lesbian chick that fights an alien in the jungle, they can do that. If they wanted it to be some black dude that fights an alien on a spaceship, they can do that. Because
we're not saying they can't do that. We're saying like you're making straw man arguments where you're taking something and comparing it to something that's not comparable in the same way.
See,
what if instead of Dutch becoming a lesbian girl that is not the same character as Dutch, what if instead Dutch was still an Austrian man that was half black?
Well,
come on! I'm right here. Come on!
I really don't. I don't know. I don't know. I can't say.
But see what I'm saying is you're for the sake of your argument, you're going so far left field with these changes.
For the sake of my argument, believe it or not, changing a white person to a straight black person does go straight left field. It changes everything. It changes the perspective of how you see the person,
You could
especially
also-
when you grew up seeing the person one way.
You could change his upbringing too, I guess, if he was
Like
a black
honestly,
person.
look, do I like
Yes.
the fact that right now the idea for Magneto and Professor X is changing them black? No, I don't like it, but I understand the essence of why they're doing it, because again, if you're gonna have Magneto be a Holocaust victim, he'd be over 100 years old.
Yeah.
So I get that. I understand. I'm like, okay, it works for the story. Do I like it? But I understand. Because it works for the story. It works. So I get it. So if they
Can
do
the
something,
can the
if
thing
they-
be played by a black guy?
No,
It's got to be orange.
okay,
gotta be orange.
can the thing be played by a black guy? Yes. Can Ben Grimm? No.
Oh, so
Oh,
racist.
my
No.
So
No.
racist.
Can
So racist.
can Ben Grimm do it? No.
Okay, all right, hold up. I just want to remind you. So we changed the way the soapbox works.
What does that mean?
So the soapbox actually does go public next week.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stop you before you go too far.
Oh, I'm
Too
not.
far with-
Look, I'm not. Look, anything I say, I'm not trying to be racist in any which way. I'm talking about my childhood. I'm not saying that I hate white people, hate black people. I'm not saying anything in that faction. My wife's black. My wife's white. I'm sorry. My wife's white. I'm sorry.
You're right over there.
Yes.
It's almost like it doesn't matter.
No, I'm just saying.
Definitely just not
I'm saying-
orange.
I think I
is the
can
thing.
see Joel's
I'm
point
talking
where
about my childhood. That's it.
one
talking
of
about my
the
childhood, how I
MCU
grew up
things
loving certain things.
that
That's it.
it's almost a must for me is getting the characters in something close to what their actual costume is. Whether it's for a second for a joke
Mhm.
or
I don't consider their face their costume. though.
or
The thing is that shoot, when you see Captain
I can see-
America, no, finish Ricky. Finish what
no,
you're saying.
I
I'll say what I
see
say.
it's like there's an image of what that character is in your mind, and to see it something different, I could see how that could be.
Joel, if a little white boy dresses as Black Panther for Halloween,
Does that
Do
bother
you-
me? No,
okay.
does not bother me in any way.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I know why.
So what
'Cause
if he
he's-
paints
Well,
his face?
by the way, the correct answer is to agree with that. Like that's like, that,
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
That
okay,
would-
that was
yeah,
okay.
yeah. I was just making sure.
No,
making sure.
I could care less because he's a kid. He's
Yeah, he's a
literally
That's his
everybody
hero.
has their idols. Everybody has their heroes. Shoot, believe it or not, Eric is my hero. He's not an idol.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
Eric is my hero.
Don't meet your heroes, Joel. Don't
This is me flying.
hero will save.
All right, Eric,
the
time to
thing
take
is-
the mask off.
Eric really is black underneath
I'm
it.
actually one of the lizard people.
Oh no! But if that same kid in the Black Panther costume drinks some soup, it's on. It's on. Like
Fuck
he's
that
done. If he touches any miso soup, he's done.
But this is also why I had issue with like when everybody was talking crap about them doing the Moana thing. I had
Mhm.
issue with that because I look at
Moana?
it like
oh,
because they were saying like, oh, the suit makes it whitewashes the suit when you have it with white skin.
Oh,
or
the
something like
kids,
that.
yeah,
I was just
yeah.
like- and I was just like, but that's your hero. It's like if nobody's looking
Well,
at it, it's just
did-
like
What do you
they're
think of the
trying to mess it
Eternals?
up. I haven't. I actually.
Oh, you
that
haven't
is
seen
the
Eternals?
only
Okay.
Marvel movie I have never seen. I have not seen.
Because there's
the
a lot
Eternals
of
in any way.
gender and race swapping in that one too.
And honestly, I don't know enough about the Eternals to say anything. I didn't grow up on the Eternals. I only knew about the Eternals when they announced that they're making a movie. Then I started doing research. I did not read the books or any of that stuff, so I have no idea. So I can't. So even if they change stuff in there, I can't sit there and be like, my childhood is ruined. No,
it's just your adulthood that's ruined. At that point.
yeah.
And when you go back and
know,
read the books, and your
was it good?
experience is ruined.
You're like,
I don't
shit,
know.
my adulthood.
Were the comic books good? Was the movie good? I don't know. Was it?
I like the movie.
I like the movie.
I liked it better than Shang-Chi.
Did it have a better bad guy? I don't know.
It had a more complex finale. How about that? I don't want to
Okay.
spoil that movie.
You won't spoil it for me because I'll watch it.
Frank hasn't seen it, and I don't want to ruin it for him.
Okay.
I don't care.
I don't care that you don't care. I care.
I don't care that you don't care. Do you care about that?
There's a
Let me ask
Black
you guys-
Mr. Fantastic that shows up in the third act. That
Yeah, it's
that
pretty
does some
cool.
things.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Look,
Hey,
see,
I do have fun facts to change the subject really quick on you.
Okay.
But I actually kind of want to turn this fun fact into I want to see if it's a trivia for Frank. So the music that plays during the car chase in Hawkeye in this week's episode, do you know the title of that song, Frank?
The music that plays in the car chase in Hawkeye?
Yeah.
I know. So
I don't think so. Hold on.
I'll give you a hint.
I'm trying to recall the scene.
It's performed by Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Oh, that was no, it was the fucking it was Tchaikovsky, but it was their version of it. It was it was either the Russian dance or it was the
close.
I'm trying to think. Hold on, because I'm trying to play out the scene in my head. It was the freaking what was it? It started off as one and then went to the other. I think it was like the Russian dance. I thought. Fuck.
It's
I don't know.
Mad Russians Christmas.
Mad Russians Christmas. Okay.
Get it? You get the joke, guys? Because all the Mad Russians were coming.
Because they're mad.
Because they were Russian. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was Christmas.
Yeah.
So
I forgot what it started with though.
I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Did everybody here see Afterlife or no?
No, what's that?
No, not yet.
Oh, yeah, I saw it.
I did. I saw it.
Okay.
I'm on Afterlife. What's that?
What's Afterlife?
Ghostbusters Afterlife?
Yeah,
Ghostbusters
no.
Afterlife.
I didn't see it.
That's not worth Omnicron or whatever it's called. Omnivore.
I loved it.
Omni-Man.
I liked it a lot too.
I thought it was okay.
I thought it was a fantastic movie, but I also loved the first Ghostbusters, and I feel like they worked the first Ghostbusters perfectly.
Do Dennis and Eric care about spoilers here?
I think Eric cares.
Eric cares.
It's okay. It's okay. Obviously, if it was super high on the list, I would have seen it by now.
I won't see any movie in theaters
They
other than Marvel
ghosts.
movies.
Yeah. So
They don't want
so I'm just not going to the movies anymore unless it says MCU or
They bust on some ghosts.
I don't go to the movies. I'll go to the movies. So you are spoiling it if you try to spoil it for me. So don't spoil my movies. I care. That's why I said.
He cares. He cares.
This is how you know Dennis is drunk.
I'm not drunk.
He cares.
I only go to the movies. Like I've gone to the movies 3 times this year, man. That's it.
I know.
That's
Trust
it.
me, it's weird as shit to me because I used to be the guy that goes to the movies.
Wait, what was the third movie?
Yeah, same.
Shang-Chi. Oh, Black Widow. Duh.
Black Widow.
Yeah, that's it. 3 movies. That's all I've done.
I'll
finish this year with 4 movies. That's it.
The next show you guys join us on, we'll talk about Ghostbusters Afterlife. Hopefully Dennis will have seen it by then.
Yeah, I'll rent it. I'll rent it eventually.
And hopefully I don't die of Omni-Man or whatever. Like
Mario.
when I go see
Okay,
Spider-Man.
look.
Unicron through the vents. Yeah.
You know that you never watched Futurama?
No.
Yeah, I've seen
Oh,
it.
really?
I've never once seen it.
Wow.
I saw, wait, no. So people were telling me how funny Futurama was. They're all like, "It's such a funny show. You got to watch it. Like, you love this high sci-fi humor." And I'm all, "Okay, cool. I'll watch it." And they started me with that episode where the fucking dog waits for Fry.
Oh, that's a downer.
And I'm all like, "Why the hell are you gonna start me?"
You don't
this show.
start with that. You don't start with that. You gotta build up to that episode.
Oh my god.
That's not fair. That's your friends are dumb. I hate.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Your friends are stupid.
Your friends are dumb.
100%.
So, when Hawkeye uses the Pym arrow, I know you guys love that a lot.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember when Hawkeye gave up being an archer in the comics?
No.
Napes.
Frank doesn't remember. Really?
No.
And he
slaps
and he used the Pym particles and became Goliath.
Hawkeye
did that?
Really?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did not know that.
Black.
Oh, childhood.
There have been multiple Goliaths. There have been
Well, I
many
knew
people.
there
Not in
was
this
also
childhood. There
that.
hasn't. I did think it was funny with the pin particle arrow. Do you think Hank sanctioned that? Because there's no way that Scott
I mean,
made that.
it's branded.
Yeah, it's branded
It's
exactly.
branded. Hank
But
Hank let
that's
him
the
have
thing,
that.
though.
Yeah.
This
Is
Hawkeye
Pimtech still a
after
thing
the-
in that universe?
Remember Hank and Ant-Man and Hawkeye were on the same team on Civil War, so they're friends.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Yeah, but Ant-Man took that suit without Hank's permission.
Hawkeye.
Yeah,
Not in the
German
second
Hawkeye.
movie. Not in the second movie. He didn't.
Hawkeye is after Endgame, so
Yeah.
wouldn't you think Hank is back?
Everybody's back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
Hank's back in Endgame. He's in the
So
movie.
you wouldn't think
He's in the funeral.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like you wouldn't think that they've had a conversation. They're both Avengers. So
I mean,
Well, Hank's not an Avenger.
Logistically, you only got like 5 more years of Hank
Oh,
pins.
Hank.
You gotta stop saying that. All right, stop
I
old
mean-
shaming people. You were like, you just a week ago, you were like, logistically, you got a window of like 5 more years before Toby can never put on the suit ever again.
Yeah, I'll stand by that. Before,
That's
not never,
stupid.
before he would say nah completely.
No, man, it's all about the story.
Homeboy was about to dip out because of Seabiscuit. Like he was-
No,
He
That's
thought
a
that was his
rumor.
movie.
The-
He thought
the real rumor is he was trying to get more money.
He's trying to get more money, yeah. And
He
then
was
when
trying to
Jake
get more money.
Gyllenhaal tried to horn in on his Spider-Man,
I even read that entire thing to you like a few weeks ago.
I know.
And yet,
and then
you're
I like the
just
Toad
don't
story.
care. I don't care what you say. That's all. That's all.
I was trying to relay the Toad story. Do you remember that, Dennis? Where James Franco was calling Toby a toad or something?
Oh yeah. I remember.
And you're like,
Yeah.
fuck that toad. You're like,
racist, right?
I don't know. Is that a white person racial slur? Like I've heard of
It
like
is.
Is
you
it?
know,
I have no
like
idea.
cracker or something, but like I didn't know toad. Hey toad. Hello,
I know
Toad.
white
I
people.
don't know.
Is it?
I'm gonna text
All
my
I
buddy
know-
Radar and be
I
like,
have
"Sup,
no
Toad?"
idea.
All I know is my childhood is hurt, man. It's hurt right
Because of
now.
Toad.
Hey,
Yeah, 'cause
Look,
of Toad.
you guys should not knock that shit because you guys should embrace the fact that your
Smoking
childhood
toads?
is your childhood. No, your childhood is your
Oh.
childhood. You grew up.
Yeah,
Your
but
childhood made you
yeah, but
you.
here's the thing. Here's the thing I learned 20 years ago is that just because something comes out later doesn't take anything away from my childhood.
It does.
Star Wars actually did not ruin my childhood. I don't like the prequels, but guess what? Every time I go back and watch the old movies, I still love them. Guess what? I guess my childhood's not ruined.
Last
Nothing new-
Jedi
nothing-
wrecked my childhood.
No, it didn't wreck your childhood.
Actually,
it didn't do
you-
anything to your childhood.
You know what series did kind of wreck my childhood, and I'm not hating on it per se, but like Doctor Who made it so that the first Doctor wasn't the first Doctor. The first Doctor was a black woman, like an older black woman.
Was it
Yeah.
the first Doctor?
They retconned it so that the first Doctor is an old black woman instead of the old white guy who was the actual first Doctor in the 60s.
I don't know. I couldn't
not
get
familiar
past.
with that.
I couldn't get past season 1 of Doctor Who because season 1 Doctor Who was boring as shit for me.
Yeah, the
So I
old school
never-
one.
Yeah, the old one. And
Yeah.
honestly, I tried to watch the old one, and everybody was just like, "Doctor Who's the shit. Doctor Who's the shit." And I tried to watch first season. And I was just
Your
like,
friends
"This
are
is
stupid.
Did you
boring."
did you like
Jeez.
old Twilight Zone?
Yes.
Joel? Okay.
My
Oh, okay.
favorite Twilight Zone till this day will be To Serve Man. I love that episode.
Oh,
That
like
episode
the
is-
Simpsons one, right? Like the
that
Simpsons
is-
reference.
Did the Simpsons do it? I don't know if the Simpsons did. I
Simpsons
just
did
know
it.
It's
like-
when the aliens they think the aliens are
Came
trying
down.
to eat them.
they,
We
it's when the
talked about this
it's
last time, I think.
Yes, when the
Yeah,
aliens came
yeah.
down and they tried to. they
Apparently,
tried
when he gets drunk, he's a broken record.
to, fuck you. That's how it works.
Amen.
I'm glad that we never released the old episode because then people would be like, "Isn't this the same stuff?"
You
from
didn't
that last
release that?
episode?"
Oh my god. All right, we got to rehash everything.
Well,
The
no,
Rock.
we didn't want to release it because like we didn't ask people. We told people back then that the premise is like it's only exclusive. So I felt it was wrong to
Oh, got it.
not do it for
Yeah.
people who,
We're gonna
Oh,
recast me as a white guy the next time we do this.
yeah.
We're gonna
Yeah,
ruin
so
some childhoods
it's-
here.
The Soapbox has only been going out to the public for about a month and a half now, I think.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yeah.
Look, anything I say only relates to me.
Yeah.
I have never once played it like, oh, this is how other people should think or anything like that. It only
Mhm.
relates to me. And it's like I'm not saying that I can't be swayed or changed or my mind can't change.
You can't when you're drunk, though. You can't.
No, I'm telling you how I feel at the moment when I'm drunk. That's how it works. It's not me sitting there going like I'm set in stone. No. Again, look at the James Bond thing. The James Bond thing is a perfect analogy for my mindset. It's like I have a mindset until somebody can change it, and I want you to change it.
Yeah,
I'm
but
trying to get you to change
the
my
problem
mindset.
with the problem with
just-
the James Bond thing is they didn't actually do the thing that they
Mm.
were marketing that they were doing.
And again,
Right.
it changed my mindset. My mindset I walked into that whole situation thinking one way, so it wasn't that way, and it changed my mindset. It's a change in the mindset. It's not like even if they were lying what they were doing, which is the dumbest way to freaking sell James Bond, the most male thing out there, is like that was the dumbest way to sell that shit. It's like if they just sell it the way it was, it would have been a way better idea. Because the way it was right there, they did a good job. They really did a good job of like even bringing that chick in. I don't remember her name, but it's like bringing that chick in.
Tiona something. Tiona Paris? Is that what it is?
No, that's
I have no idea.
Tiona Harris?
That's Photon. That's Photon.
Yes.
It's the same chick. I think it's the
Oh,
same chick from
it's
Oh,
Captain.
no. It's Photon's mom. Photon's mom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
okay.
Yeah.
Maria.
But yeah, she did
Mhm.
a damn good job. Like I honestly God wanted to see more of her.
Naomi Harris.
I definitely wanted to see
Naomi
more of
Harris.
her be the badass she was
Oh, no.
in the movie. And in my mind, I'm just like, yeah, that's great. That was great. But if you're trying to me, think of it from the standpoint, it's all marketing. They marketed it to me horribly. They marketed to a person who sat there and watched every James Bond movie.
Guys,
Horrible.
He's so drunk, guys.
Not yet.
He's
I'm
so
not-
drunk.
I do agree with him on a lot of
You
points
always
there.
you always say
They,
this.
no, but they were.
Because
Because
they
I
were
was
selling-
I was
they were
pretty
selling
turned off by that when they were all like, oh, she's gonna be the next
Because
Bond or whatever. But they definitely sold it all wrong to the people
They
that
sold
you
it horribly. It's like I just don't want to. I don't want to walk into and again, I preach this whole episode. I don't want to walk into to something thinking when I have an image in my head of my childhood, and then basically say "fuck your childhood," and that's how I feel.
I think
It's like it's really hard for you guys to change my mind when it comes to fuck my childhood.
Let me
It's
ask you
really
this: Would you accept it if like John Boyega was the next James Bond? Like, let's say they cast him as 007 after.
I
Well,
don't know
being
what
being black.
I was
is
gonna
not
say Daniel
integral to
Harris.
James
What's his
Bond,
name? No, I forget his name. I can't think of his name.
I think they were talking. I think who
Daniel Craig. Daniel
I know.
Harris.
though. Idris Elba.
No,
Oh,
it
Idris
wasn't
Elba would be cool.
It wasn't
Idris-
Idris. They were talking about somebody else. They're looking at for the next
a
year.
lot of it is Idris. A lot of that.
Yeah,
talk
there's a
is
lot of Idris talk.
It's
Well, they've been
Idris-
talking about Idris a long time ago, but I thought it was a guy from Watchmen, the dude who played Dr. Manhattan from TV show.
Oh,
from
Yaya?
the TV show.
Yeah, I heard that
yeah.
he was like the front runner for the
He
next
wouldn't
James Bond.
be. Is he British?
I have no idea.
I feel like that. I mean, if you want to get like what is integral to James Bond, that's the big cornerstone, right? It has to be a
Tell
British actor.
tell that to Sean Connery.
He's
British. She's Spanish. She does a lot of.
Yeah.
She does a lot of
Yeah.
roles.
That's fair.
Irish.
Tell
Yeah,
that
Irish,
to
yeah.
like Sean Connery, man. Like
It doesn't even change his accent. That's great. I would have
I
loved him
know,
as
He
Odin.
doesn't even
I
care.
feel
dude.
like I feel like when it comes to James Bond, when it comes to accents, he just needs an accent. He can't speak
Today.
with an American
Hello,
Hello. Hello.
Crocky.
You guys
Yeah,
are
I
funny.
just feel like he
Blimey.
needs an accent. And
Hello, M.
Hello.
well, it's kind of hard for him.
A
Well, it's
southern
kind of
accent.
it's kind of hard for him to have a southern accent or a Australian accent when he's part of the British Secret Service or British. Is it British Secret Service? It's British
MI6.
MI6. If he's part of MI6, so thinking of him with an Australian accent, you'd be like, kind of off. That doesn't fit. Or if he comes in and we're like, and he's all Southern and shit, I'm like, a little bit off. Just my opinion.
I'll be down with that.
I agree.
Sure.
I agree for the most part.
I saw Kingsman.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
like Kingsman 2 when they had the American version. I was just like, doesn't hit as well.
Nah, I don't think. Yeah, I don't
The
think
story sucked, but still, it didn't hit as well with the American version of Kingsman.
Tatum
Yeah.
Channing didn't do it for
Channing
you.
Taint Yum.
Taint the Channing. No, I think it had potential. I just think the script wasn't there. Like the antagonist was horrible.
Yes,
Like the burger chick, I think.
yes.
What was her name? The Hamburglar? Or,
Yeah, it was wasn't that not Carrie Ann Moss? What's her name?
Julianne
Julianne Moore.
Julianne Moore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Pedro
was good.
Pascal's in that movie too.
Yeah.
Pedro Pascal. Yeah, he was Whiskey Pete or Whiskey.
Well, yeah. He was
Something.
He was one of the American agents.
He was Guy with Whip number 3.
Yeah,
Guy with
The Whipmaster.
guy with whip.
The Whipmaster.
I'm sorry. I keep looking back because my dog is behind me and he's farting.
Your dog's adorable, by the way.
It's your dog.
No, my
Yeah.
dog is
My
farting.
dog is farting.
Yeah,
My
you know we
dog
can't
is
smell it,
fine.
right?
My
Like,
dog.
I keep looking back because I swear he's sleeping. He's just like, "Purr," and I'm just like, "Is it?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear this?
Gotta put him down. That's the sign.
Can you guys hear this?" Which
Hey,
is
if you-
weird because he's sleeping.
If you guys were like trying to find like old school toys for kids and stuff, would you buy this off eBay?
Hell yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no.
That's pretty sweet.
Are those yours?
What is up with Iron Man? What's up with his face? It looks really like the metal looks thin and the face looks fat.
Look at that thigh gap on the
I like
wall.
the vision.
That Iron Man thigh gap.
I like the Jello mold vision. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty
like
good.
Larry. Yeah,
What's
why
up
is
with
the
that?
vision see through?
Why
looks
is Moon Knight
delicious.
black?
Because he's phasing, dude. Have you never seen
All the
Vision be
time?
see-through?
All the time?
Are you putting these up, Dennis?
Yeah, I am putting those up.
Nice.
Is
Is
that
that
on your Marvel Legends?
Those are
What's your
Marvel
price?
Legends. That I'm
is that
selling.
a con thing?
It's a con exclusive.
No, it's not a con exclusive. It's
Yeah,
just,
bottom of the barrel.
That's actually the WonderCon exclusive because it's not as good as the San Diego Comic Con.
It's the Omnicron
It's
exclusive.
the Omnicon. Oh man, I want these ones.
Oh,
A fucked up Morbius.
well, that's what I was Larry. That's what my
That's
face went.
that's
through the
literally what Morbius looks like, dude.
Hold on.
What have they fucking done with Sam? What's wrong with Sam?
Blackface Moon Knight.
He's all
and-
red balls. Red balls. Oh wait, there's a white Nick Fury. Nah, I'm out.
Yeah, right.
Not my childhood.
Oh,
Hold on. Wait, was that Adam Warlock top?
That
left?
was Captain Marvel.
Was that?
it was
That
Captain
was a
Marvel.
yeah,
yeah.
Captain Marvel.
There was a man, Captain Marvel.
What the hell?
Oh my God.
Your
That
childhood
was
is
my
dumb.
childhood right there.
Oh
Your
yeah, you
childhood's
are right.
dumb.
No, you're right. You are right. Captain Marvel started off as a man, and yeah.
Are these the
Yeah,
action
it was.
figures for the people that cosplay outside of the Man's Theater?
Seriously.
In
Yes.
in
Like
Hollywood?
I swear, did they make
Falcon's
this?
biceps.
Did they make these toys off of Rob Liefeld drawing? Like, what is going on here?
Yes.
I was gonna use Liefeld today too. Like I know
Not-
Dennis said not, but I was gonna look for a good Liefeld drawing, but I could
I
not
didn't-
find
I
one that
didn't-
was
I
like
didn't-
passable.
I didn't say don't use it. I said you should.
I'm
Oh,
not
no.
gonna lie. I thought you were gonna use one of Ryan's pictures. I thought that was gonna be funny because I was on here. I thought you were
no.
gonna use one of Ryan's pictures. I was like, that would have been funny.
That'd be oh my god, Leader.
What the all kind of fuck?
Leader's amazing there.
Oh god.
Mhm.
What are these toys?
These are all old Marvel Legends that have been replaced with better ones.
Oh,
So
these are actual Marvel. I thought you were just kidding.
these are old figures of mine that I'm
These
getting rid
are
of because I have
toys
better
in
ones
Dennis's
now.
possession.
Oh, I literally thought that these were like the dollar store fucking Marvel Legend toys, you know, the Super Squad, and like the Abomination was gonna be labeled like Shrek or something like that.
No. Wait, do you need a better look at these?
That's hilarious. Okay, because I was all like, man, they're not too bad, but yeah, okay.
definitely
it's
got a
all-
flea market vibe from all these.
Why does the Winter Soldier wear Hawkeye's mask?
That's what he wears in the comics.
Is
That's
it?
That's not
I thought he had
Hawkeye's mask. It's Robin's mask. It's a
That's,
diamond. It's
that's
a
the
diamond
Umbrella
mask.
Academy's mask.
I thought he only had. I thought he had like the black bar across his face.
No, he wears a diamond mask, just like
I
Robin.
did not. Okay, I did not know. I didn't pay attention to that.
Just like Bucky. Bucky did too.
Bucky, I do remember Bucky having a diamond mask. Okay, yeah.
I like Bucky's
Yeah.
Darkwing Duck shirt. That thing's sick. I don't know what do they call that shirt? That shirt looks cool. Like what was that blaster guy that he used to have a toy that when it would come on, you'd have the toy like shoot at the TV and it had little sensors on the backpack.
I know what
Oh,
you're talking
man.
about.
What was
and
that?
Wait, what?
Yeah, this is way before Ricky's
the
time.
VR,
Sorry,
the
No,
VR
yeah.
game. Yeah, or not VR, but it was.
I grew up.
Yeah, it
on
was a
the-
game you could actually interact with the TV show.
Wasn't it like
Yeah.
VR Warriors or something like that?
No, it was
Mhm. No,
Captain
it's like-
something.
Captain Cowboy or something.
Captain.
No.
No, not Captain Cowboy. What do you think of
Who
these,
was it?
Frank?
Let me see. I was looking up Captain Blaster. Oh shit! I like that Ben Riley. What's up with that? Are you gonna? Can I get that off you? Can I buy it off you?
Well, you're getting the newer one. Aren't you? You ordered the new one.
Yeah, I want all of them.
Oh,
I want to bathe in them like the cover of American Beauty.
There's a new Spider-Man coming out.
Instead of red, I just want all Ben Riley toys instead of rose petals.
I
What's
see.
the new Spider-Gwen?
Captain Power.
Captain Power, yeah.
Captain
Captain
Power.
Power. No.
Captain Power. Yes, that was a
no,
VR one.
No, was it?
That was a VR one. Yes. They had
Yeah, and the
VR
Soldiers
Warriors.
of the Future.
Okay,
the
it's
Soldiers-
it's not VR, by the way. It's not VR.
Well,
But
it's something
Soldiers
we-
of the Futures. It was a
that was a Straczynski show.
Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future.
yeah. It's Captain
Yeah.
Power.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I
When
got
I
some of
said
those toys
VR,
at home.
back in the 80s, VR meant that you can actually take the toy and use it with.
Oh
the
wait, no.
TV.
There was a different one. Captain Power was one, but hold on, I'll find it. It was a cowboy theme.
Wait, you talking about Brave Star?
Oh, wait, it's a Captain
was
Power.
it Brave Star? Hold on.
Wait, think of these,
Last
Frank.
Captain Power TV targets, they actually fire back. It really works.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Captain
that's
Power
what-
is one of them for sure. Oh shit, I like Phantom X.
Uh,
Oh,
I
I
actually
like,
like
that.
the
I like
Wolverine.
that Marvel girl. That's sick.
yeah, the
That
Deathstroke
Wolverine
is
is
cool
actually
too.
pretty good.
Did she have 4 arms?
What?
No, it's those are her
There's
sleeves
yeah.
hanging off of her arms.
What's
Oh,
that face?
I
she's
see.
making,
But it,
though? She's
but it
all
does
like,
it does kind of look like forearms. I see what
Yeah.
you're saying.
Look at her face. Like,
Yeah.
what's that? What's you've watched Lie to Me, Dennis? What face is she showing right now?
I have to
her-
poop. That's
in her
what, she's,
mouth?
that's what she's showing.
She's got to drop one.
Is that
Was it Brave Star? No, it was
Jean
Brave.
Grey
Brave Star is
in
what
the
I was
green
thinking.
dress?
That is Jean Grey.
Okay.
It's really an ugly toy. I
And it's
promise.
Coyote
Yes,
Ugly
that's okay.
Wolverine.
I actually really like Pyro.
Yeah.
The Pyro toy is actually kind of
I,
dope.
I made the Pyro look like he's got character for sure. These are all my pictures that I took, by the way. These are not.
Oh, you did? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pyro actually looked dope. I actually like Pyro.
I was trying to make them really look enticing. These are going to be the eBay cover photos.
Oh,
So-
wait, you selling those or what?
Here,
Yeah, I'm selling these on
Yeah,
eBay.
he's
check
okay.
this out real quick. This is what I was talking about. Brave Star. See, he has that backpack.
Okay,
Oh,
I
man.
remember Brave Star.
It interacts and like he'll like draw his gun and stuff. And shoot
I
the
remember
TV
Brave
or
Star.
some shit. Yeah,
a nice toy.
I don't remember what context.
Brave
that
Star
we
was
brought it up.
dope. That horse he had was freaking awesome.
Yeah, it was good stuff, man.
And
I miss
again,
it.
my childhood.
So you don't want Brave Star to be like a person of color or differently
He is a
abled?
person of color. Wasn't he American Indian?
Oh
Yeah,
my
I think
god.
he was. I think he was.
Did
yeah.
you watch?
These are
the Lone
not-
Ranger. as a
These are
kid?
not Marvel Legends. These are Marvel Select.
Yeah, that Colossus is freaking awesome.
It does look pretty sick.
When they make another Hulk, you're getting rid of that Hulk, the Ragnarok Hulk.
I have a Marvel Legends one.
Which one's that one? That is Select.
I literally just said these are all Select.
Oh.
This whole all 8 of these are Select.
So, Dennis, do you buy 2 sets of all of these toys? One to sell, one to play with?
No,
Or?
no. So like the whole thing is
Yeah.
like
One
I buy
goes in a
of-
jar, and then the other
I buy one of everything, but sometimes they release new versions of things with better sculpts or better paint or whatever, and I'll buy those too. But when they do that, I look at the two of them and I say, which one stays and which one goes.
Oh, so you actually replace shit.
I replace shit. Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's the smart way to collect, right?
Yeah,
Like it's because
that's the hard part for me. Like,
Yeah, I know.
You're like
yeah.
Sid in Toy Story.
no,
Yeah.
I'm not, because I don't blow them up. I make money off of them, and then that money goes back into the collection.
I'm
you know?
bored with you.
Like I
Just drop 'em on the
honestly,
ground.
That was Andy.
I have my statue
That was
collection,
Andy.
and
That was
honestly,
Andy.
God,
That's
I could not get rid of any of those statues. I keep on telling Val, like, because Val has asked me, she was like, "So would you ever get rid of your statues?" And I'm like, "Oh, well, if we're about to lose the house, I'll sell them and then use it to pay the mortgage. Sure, but I don't know if I could do it if we ain't losing the house or some shit like that."
So dog needs life-saving surgery.
Exactly.
Not selling the toys.
I feel like
if it has to.
I think I told you guys this story last time you guys were on here too, because that's all we're doing is recapping. But
yeah,
like,
this is a recap.
works.
Yeah. But
Previously on.
I lost a small fraction of my collection when we moved into my house.
Wait, how'd you lose it?
Because I had these Tupperwares like that I kept. I called them the misfit toys, and they were old toys that didn't age well. And this is before I sold replacement figure, right? Like, it was the first wave of figures that had all been replaced by better figures, and it was also all the pre-MCU movie toys.
When you said didn't age well, I thought it was going to be like a Spider-Man that when you pull the string, he's all like, "Nice outfit. Did your husband give it to you?"
Yeah. It's just old figures that just don't look as good as they don't.
Mary
hold up
Jane
as
in that
well.
dress, that red dress.
No, one of them was Mary Jane in that red dress, that Oriental dress. Like, that was just like, why are you wearing this? But yeah, no. So when I say all pre MCU movie toys, Blade, the Punisher, Green Goblin, Doc Ock, Electro, all the ones that were like, okay, I don't know if I need this in my life anymore. And so they were all in these drawers, and I kept them on the balcony of my apartment. And when we moved, we had the movers, move everything, but I guess they didn't look on the balcony, and so the toys that were on the balcony, that I had already kind of like earmarked as like them being lesser, you know what I mean? They were just gone. They were no longer part of my collection. And once that happened, it became easy for me to because I had already, if I have OCD about it, like, I'm just gonna die, right? If I'll just kill myself if I can no longer have the full collection. I either learn to move on with it, or I just destroy myself entirely from it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So
I understand it.
I learned to adapt, and I was like, all right, from now on, I streamlined the collection, because those were already figures that I didn't like anymore, and I didn't know a way to get rid of them. You know what I mean?
It was the Misfit toys based on the TV show Misfits.
Do you still own your Ben Affleck Daredevil toy?
No, because he was in the drawer.
See, the way
I literally just said all pre-MCU figures, and yet you still got questions. You still got questions.
The way I work with that is that I just don't buy more stuff. Like, I used to buy probably like 2 or 3 statues a year, and now I'm buying like 1, maybe.
Joel, do you have this statue, man? Because I will give you top dollar.
I do not have that statue.
I've been kicking myself for several years because I could
check
have bought
price
it
on eBay, Frank. How much is it?
It's not even available. That's how hard it is to find this statue. Last time I saw it was when the pandemic started. It was $700, and I'm all like, okay, do I want to buy it?
Shit.
And I'm all, yeah. And it was like $60 when it first came out.
I take it there was not that many made.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the hang up was. It definitely was a special edition. But I went with Rogue. I bought Rogue, which is the most basic statue that you can buy. But
what does Rogue look like?
Does she come with the Confederate flag?
What the hell? What is that?
That would be a figure that doesn't age well, for sure.
Yeah,
Wait,
that one.
Rogue, wait, did Rogue come with the American flag?
No,
I
no,
mean,
No, the Confederate
Oh,
flag.
He's
They're
just
the
fun.
Confederate
He's
flag.
funning you.
They're the same thing in Joel's eyes.
That's what.
Not
that's
really.
What, that's what Rogue looks like.
Not really.
There's a lot of drawings with Rogue,
That's
like
not
specifically
that's actually not bad
the swimsuit
Yeah.
edition.
No,
She
it's
has, like,
good.
a Confederate
It's just
flag tail.
it's I could find this one. I could buy this one on eBay like pretty much whenever I want. It's that other one that I can't get. If you have it though, I will give you money.
No, I don't have that one.
I will offer you money for that.
No,
Name your
I-
price, Joel. Name your price.
Go.
You're passing up a good deal.
Joel mostly collects the
Yeah.
sideshow figure. Or
He wants
Yeah.
Joel wants if you have the Doctor Doom sitting in a chair, Benji wants that.
Yes, that one I will freaking. Ah, God, I want that one.
Is
so
that the
bad.
big like stone one?
It's the one
He's
where
in-
he's
he's in the
holding
throne.
his.
He's in the throne.
He's sitting in a throne and he's holding a cup in his hand, and I want that so bad. But the thing is that as
It's
of
a
right
chalice, bro. It's
It's
a
a chalice,
chalice.
yeah.
now, chalice. I'm sorry. As of right now, that statue is about $3,500, and I'm not willing to spend that much money on that statue.
That
Yeah.
statue's. If this, hold on, I'm gonna put
See,
this one
but
up.
that's like the kind of money I can make back by selling these old figures. So that's why
Yeah.
I do that.
Oh,
I
nice.
can't do it. I
Like,
can't
that's-
spend that much money on that
like-
statue.
like,
Like right
that's-
now, like
Is it
when
this
I
one?
bought,
This one?
yes,
That one? That's going
Yeah.
in the jar for sure.
But he's not holding the chalice.
there's the exclusive one. He has a cup in his hand. But that's the one I want. The exclusive one, he has a cup in his hand.
This one's pretty sick. I kinda
That
like
one
it.
is so damn.
Is that a
dope.
cloth cloak on him?
I think it is cloth.
I don't
I think
it
that one.
is.
No, I think it is cloth because the sideshow does a lot of cloth on
Yeah,
their
they do.
statues.
They do, but not all the time.
Like the
You guys can help spot this.
Right there.
This one is he on the toilet?
oh no, not that one. How did I can't mark anything in here? I think the third one from the left has a chalice, which down
Shit.
down
I
to
think- yeah,
that
these-
one. That
these
one.
Oh yeah,
Doom.
there it is. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Wait,
That one has that
he's
thing.
not holding it. It's just
it's
on the
not-
He's
table.
not holding it. It's just on
It's
the
not
table.
a table.
He's
You
not-
just-
He's looking
But you
at
wanna
it.
hear some
you,
fun-
you
wanna-
Mandela affected this thing.
My
You just
bad.
want
I
a pimp
apologize.
cup?
Yeah. But the funny thing is that
My
cup
childhood is ruined now.
it
Just-
should be.
3250 for that. Wow.
Yeah, but look at the other one. Look how much the other one is. Look, there's a gigantic price difference between. And
Oh yeah,
the
it
only
was like
difference-
1800
Yeah,
or something. Like that,
And the only difference is that cup. That's the only difference.
What?
Is that cup?
Yeah, I could
And
live
the
without that
price
cup.
difference is huge.
Wait, what about
Benji-
this? This one's
Why-
$5,000. Why don't you go for the $5,000 one?
It has a cup.
Oh yeah.
Why,
it has a
then
cup.
why
Has
do you
cup.
want the cup then?
Yeah, why
I
do you
don't-
want the cup?
I don't
it's not-
care if it has a cup or not. I just want that statue.
It's not
Is
even
it a-
attached.
Is it a Marvel cup?
It's a, it's a sippy cup. with
Like, is it
all
like
buttons
a,
on it.
a MacGuffin cup, or is it just a cup?
It actually has miso soup in it, so it's not.
has.
You don't,
So
you don't want it.
it's a C tier cup. It's a
Yeah,
C
it's
Yeah.
pretty C tier.
But it's like shoot, like for me, I just bought the 4 Ninja Turtles. It wasn't Sideshow, but it's this one. It's actually
says-
on my.
When you say this one, you got to have it ready to go.
He's got
we're
it.
on-
He's holding,
we're on-
he's holding
we're
it
on
underneath
live-
the camera.
We're on live TV.
I
Eric,
understand.
Production.
keep us entertained. Tell us something cool you got going on.
Production value. Let's see. Well, last weekend was
This one.
Comic-Con, and I had to help carry Benji back to his hotel room. There.
Oh yeah, let's
Oh,
talk about
you-
Comic Con.
How was
Yeah.
Comic Con? Yeah, we didn't go. We didn't.
Did you guys see
Yeah.
John Cena?
No, he
Nobody
did do
saw
a
John
thing.
Cena. Ricky's joking, guys.
No, he did do a thing though. He did a fan thing.
He's at the Masquerade.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nobody saw him.
Yes.
We know.
Oh.
We know this. We know this.
You
Can't
don't
Wah,
see
wah.
me.
I heard they recast him.
In what?
I'm just kidding.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Don't be so easy.
I'm just making fun of people's childhoods.
How was the weird Comic Con?
Yeah,
It
how
was-
was it?
It was nice. It was, I don't know, it was like low key, reminded me of like the 90s. It was all about like art and
Give me like
you know,
2 seconds. I'll be right back.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you want us to stop while you're gone?
Oh, yeah, thank God. No, but it was a ton of fun. Like I did my usual where I stalked Kevin Eastman, and like actually, so like the one thing that I really wanted was like the Last Ronin book. It was like the 3 covers or whatever that paired with like what is it, Bishop, like Ben Bishop, I think that's his name, the artist. But it was beautiful, but apparently they didn't arrive on time, and so we all got these vouchers. So it's like, okay, vouchers, and they'll send them off when they get it. Well, they just like sent like a social media post where they showed photos like, well, we got the shipment in, but FedEx fucking destroyed it, and so like they just showed
Oh,
photos of the boxes, and like all the books are just ruined and folded and bent and stuff like that. So they're gonna have to
that
like,
sucks.
yeah, and so they're gonna have to reprint them or something like that. But whatever. Um, but dude, Dennis, I miss geeking out with you because like normally you're at those things and everything. Um, but
Yeah,
like you know Benji, Gill were there. Ryan was rocking his booth and just absolutely
yeah,
crushing it as usual.
I saw that. Yeah,
He had a nice panel. He does such a great job. Just like he's just able to like talk about his work, and he's just so excited about everything. And
while he draws the entire
while he
time,
draws,
right?
well, this time, like I think, like if the focus wasn't quite on him, I think he wanted like other artists with him in the panel. Um,
Gotcha.
but if that was the situation, then yeah, he would have been he would have been trying something and then giving it out like at the end. So,
Yeah,
but it was
yeah.
chill.
No, I was sad. I was genuinely sad. I think on like Saturday, when I was seeing people post, I'm just like, I'm sad, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm just not gonna do it.
Uh-huh.
Like it's to me, it just wasn't worth it. And I'll judge you for going for sure.
Thanks, man.
But yeah. No, but I couldn't do it. It just wasn't like I had the time available to me, but I'm like, if I've made this big of a deal all year long about like giving up things, I can give that up. And so
Yeah,
also because I got my Comic-Con exclusives anyways.
sure.
So screw
Makes
them.
it easier
Yeah.
where you don't have to like fight crowds or.
Yeah.
They kind of announced that it's coming back next year, 2022.
Did they
Hopefully.
announce it? I thought that was already announced. Like they announce that every year.
Well,
I think they were just concrete with the dates.
Yeah.
Actually, like just
they got
not
the dates out there.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but like
until Zeta variant.
Yeah,
I know. But at least like we felt pretty safe. Like everybody had their wristbands, with like proof of vaccination or negative COVID test, and everybody had to wear masks, and they were constantly blaring over the PA.
Here's my thing with that, and I'm not trying to stress you out or anything, but like,
Sure.
As a disabled patron of Comic-Con, I know the verification process for getting disabled privileges at Comic-Con. It is nil. So I question how trustworthy it is for anybody that has the vaccination proof. You know what I mean? Like, yes, you're probably vaccinated, and that's why you believe you got your wristband. But I promise you, there are people that got wristbands that are not vaccinated.
For sure.
That's
Sure.
like
I agree.
anywhere. When you go to a restaurant,
Yeah,
they're all like,
exactly.
"We need to see your vaccination card," and then my wife and I show the vaccination card. And then the next crowd of people of
Frank
8,
hands me
they're
20.
like, "Nah." But the next crowd will be like, "Oh, we didn't bring ours," and they're like, "Oh, we just need to see one." And I'm all like,
Shit.
"Oh, wow, that you're letting in that crowd of 8 people just
you feel good about it. You feel good about it when your whole group is vaccinated, but it's the danger is all the people you don't know. You know what I mean?
All the way. Yep.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I promise I'm not.
No. It was good, and we had
I
a
just
kid
don't
with
trust
us.
humans.
I'm all the way with you. Little dude, he was jabbed, and so we were happy about that. But we didn't spend a lot of time on the floor. Like it wasn't like,
Was it full? The floor, like not in terms of people, but in terms of booth space, or was it empty?
it's pretty spread out. So like it was difficult to maybe judge. Like it wasn't like super compact like regular Comic-Con was. Like I felt like people had more room, like more
wider lanes.
Yeah. And so like, but there were like places to sit, and it definitely was like everything was like spread out more, so people weren't so like packed in. So that made it a little bit more comfortable, and when people lined up, people were kind of like spaced out a little bit. So
I take it no food court.
no, the food court was there. Yep.
What?
Yeah, you could food court. Yep. But it was
it's the things that they're not willing to give up that you should question. That's why I get
Hey, that's
worried,
money,
you know what I
baby.
mean?
Did they have the booth?
Exactly. That's
Did
my
they have the
point.
booth where they lick your they lick their fingers and rub it on your eyes and nose?
so
Yes,
like
that was every
was that-
booth, whether
oh,
or
that
not
was-
you wanted
okay.
it. Yeah.
along those lines, like years ago, they had a Walking Dead booth, and no, and obviously they have those every year. But like my buddy and I got there like preview night, and it was like about the year where like if you guys watch this show, like the Governor was like a big deal.
Oh, yeah.
And so
Yeah.
like they had like this
Mark
walk-
Morrison, Return of the Mac, Return of the Mac.
yeah, but they had this this walkthrough thing that you could do, and you could like sit in a chair, and like behind them had like all the like the heads,
Joel's
and,
back.
all that kind of
Oh
stuff.
yeah, I remember that year. Yep.
Okay, so but like they had this thing where you would sit down and you'd put like this
Sorry.
little like eye patch on, like the little wound, it was like a cotton ball with like a band-aid over it or something like that, and you'd put
Mhm.
that on your eye and you'd sit down and you'd take a photo and then you walk away, and like my buddy is like, hey, do you think like, is it safe putting these things on your eye and stuff like that? I'm like, no, I'm sure they just let you keep these. And like on the way out, they're like, can we have that thing back? And we're like, holy shit, like how
Oh,
many people
no.
have done this? So like we ran to the car. I think we had parked, like this is a while ago, so we had parked like under the convention, and we were taking Purell, and we were just like,
Oh, shit.
just like rubbing it in our eyes.
remember-
That's hilarious.
My
Pretty bad.
first-
And it was
Yeah.
David Morrissey, not Mark Morrison. Mark Morrison is the Return of the Mac guy. What the fuck was I thinking?
Yeah.
That drugs
My
are quick.
first PAX was kind of right at the start of like the VR boom, and I sampled a shit ton of VR stuff. And like on the
With your goggles,
ride
yeah.
back home, like to the hotel, I was like, oh, that was probably not a good idea. Day one.
Yeah. No, we were in Vegas a few weeks ago, because like we went to Vegas because we were gonna go visit my mom, but then she went out of town because she had to sell she was selling a house out of town, and so she felt bad because she couldn't be there, and so here we had set up all these plans to be in Vegas with my mom and do like dinners and lunches and stuff and hang out with her, because we didn't want to go to Vegas to do Vegas in a pandemic. No, fuck that. Like we didn't want to do regular Las Vegas.
Mhm.
So we tried to make, we already rented a place and stuff, and we had, we were there. So we tried to make up for it by like trying to do unorthodox Vegas things. And we found this place called Area 15 that it was like a lot of interactive experiences, and they opened up off the strip. I think during the pandemic, but
Mhm.
like a lot, it's cool. It's like it's a non-gambling place to go in Vegas, which is like that's the thing they're always trying to do, is find more adventures that aren't gambling.
Mhm.
And so there's a lot of really cool interactive experiences there, but like 50% of them are put this thing on your head. And I'm like, fuck you, I ain't touching anything that somebody else touched. Like, no, I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
so there's a lot of VR stuff there, and I'm just like, you
Wait,
can't
real
wipe-
VR or is it Battlestar?
real VR,
Blast Star, whatever.
Brave Star.
Captain
real
Brave
VR.
Star, yeah.
Yeah, there was so many VR experiences there, and then like they have like an adult arcade store, like bar. So it's like it's you have to be 21 and over to go in there, but it's all old school like 80s arcade games, but with an actual bar, so you could go get drunk and play Pac-Man and stuff. But I'm like, I ain't trying to touch a Pac-Man joystick that somebody like 50 other people touched today. During
Yeah.
COVID.
Good.
Like it's not. No,
Like
it's not
sucking
happening.
on the joystick.
You don't know that. They're allowed to get drunk. They're allowed to get drunk. I'm saying like it's just like there's certain types of activities that just require more hands-on, and so like for me, Comic-Con is one of those things, like where you're interacting a lot more with people and things.
You're just
Mhm.
Like
licking
the-
everyone's
Comic-Con
face.
is-
The joke is
Yeah.
Conflu, right? Like every year.
Con
sick,
crud.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Concrud.
If Concrud's a normal joke on a non-pandemic year, then it's not a joke during pandemic. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's-
wait,
it's- yeah.
Dennis, did you go to Comic-Con at all or no?
No, I did not. I chose not to go. I know it was easy to get tickets. I could have done it at any time I wanted.
Yeah,
but-
we got a hotel room the day of. We called on a Saturday And we were like,
Wow.
hey, can we get a hotel room? They were like, yep.
I think I was
Yeah.
surprised on the the Peacemaker activation and I think what was the other one? That there was a
freak
that there was
show or freak
stuff
something
outside though, like
I'll be right back, but I can hear you. I can hear you the whole time.
All right, we won't talk about you. All right,
The
Dennis
whole
is gone.
time.
All right.
Such a
Fucking
dick.
Dennis.
Yeah.
Why does he always do that
He's
with the
a
race
dick.
stuff? No,
I saw him
Yeah.
at Comic-Con this year. He
Yeah.
just wanted to say hi.
Joel, that was a feat, man. Getting a hotel room the day of. I met this
Seriously.
cosplayer once, and she agreed to go home with me, or she agreed to go to a hotel with me because I was staying at my mom's house.
part of the story.
I was in between houses, so we went to look for a hotel room, and this was like Saturday of Comic-Con, and it was like straight biblical Jesus, Mary, and Joseph kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Like we couldn't find a single
Like,
place to
you
go.
couldn't find a Motel 6 that
Yeah.
had a room. Like
We-
a shitty dime, like getting a
Yeah.
hotel for an hour.
We
hotel
went as
room. You
east
couldn't
as
get those.
what was it, Lakeside, and we went as north.
Whoa.
Yeah, we went as north as Oceans. That's how horny we were. We went as north as
Couldn't
Oceanside.
find anything at Lakeside.
Did you have a car in this whole endeavor?
Could not find. Yeah, we had a car and we
Oh,
ended up
weird.
parking like in the bushes. But by then, like the moment was
Mood
long
gone.
gone. Like we were just done. We were both over it.
Holy
Yep.
shit. Wow.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So that's cool
Alley's
that you
food.
found a hotel room. You can.
Well, but like,
Not even a hotel room, a hotel room at the Hilton Bayfront.
yeah, I
Wow.
mean,
Ooh.
hotels didn't sell out like this
Yeah.
time. Like it wasn't like all super
the-
insane like it normally is.
It was-
There's no
The spa
lotto.
there.
It was the
Um,
weirdest shit ever. It's like
yeah.
my wife was just like, "You want to get a hotel room?" I was just like, "Yeah, let's see what we can find." Bayfront's open. What? Okay, I
That's
guess.
cool.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
really
they
really.
used-
We stayed at the same spot, and it was just super low key and like don't feel comfortable at the con or done at the con. Like let's just go back and
Drink.
go to drink and go to the pool and all that kind of stuff.
That's
Um,
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
it was fun.
I heard that Comic-Con buys like a block of rooms at these hotels,
Yeah.
and then sells
They
them.
do.
Okay, that's how it works.
Well, they reserve a chunk of rooms at a handful of hotels, but specifically the Bayfront. That's usually the Talent Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So it's either that one or the Hilton.
Or the Marriott.
Hilton Gaslamp. Sorry,
I know the
There's a Marriott Marina, right? Is that what?
Yeah,
it is?
the Marriott.
yeah.
or the Hard Rock. Hard Rock's another big one.
But the
Oh,
Marriott
I-
actually connects to
The
I think
Marriott
the
connects-
convention.
Yeah,
So
the
it's like
Marriott-
they've got like a tunnel or something like that, so it's easy to funnel like the talent from like the
The-
Marriott to
The
the con or
Hilton
something.
Bayfront has
Never mind.
a underground tunnel.
Oh, the Bayfront does also.
The Bayfront has an underground tunnel. We have a friend that is really good friends with Fassbender, Michael Fassbender,
Mhm.
and he basically
Name dropper.
And I didn't drop the name of our friend. I just said we have a friend that is friends of him.
He's
And
friends with
they were-
Michael Fassbender.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Say it again, Michael Fassbender.
they were hanging out. They were hanging out during con, and he was saying that they put him in a SUV underground and drove him.
SUV
No, they didn't.
underground.
There's no SUV
the-
underground.
That's what he told me. Yeah, he said there was an SUV. They put him in an SUV underground. And they drove him to the on this tunnel thing to the con. That's what he
Are you
told
sure it
me.
wasn't Michael Aspender that he's?
Well, I know for a fact he is friends with Fassbender because I actually hung out with Fassbender and my friend when we went out and we played pool one
Name
one night.
dropper.
Are you talking about that time you and I hung out with Michael Aspender?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's not Fassbender. No, it's not
That's like the
Fassbender.
best porn name ever.
He was an X-Men, but EX.
Yeah,
EX Men.
it was triple X-Men.
Triple
Yeah.
X-Men, yeah.
Yeah,
Michael Aspender.
The Rise of the
Yes.
Phoenix, yeah, but it wasn't.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Rise.
the rise of the penis.
Yeah. The Phoenix. So I need the Phoenix Force in me.
It was just one of it's. I'm just telling you what he had told me. That's what he told me.
That's cool.
I
like
miss Comic-Con, but it definitely. I remember, what was it, 2019 when Marvel didn't show up, or 2018, the weird year,
There was a year
Wait.
where they didn't come, and that was a weird year.
and that was a weird one.
Wait,
so
I
I can
thought
only
they don't-
imagine.
I thought Marvel doesn't come to Comic-Con anymore. They
No,
just
they
stopped
do.
because
They
They
don't.
do.
There was
There's
only
a
one-
global pandemic.
There was only
going
Yes.
one
on.
year they didn't do. There was
This-
one
okay.
year.
D23 makes it a bit weird now.
Yeah,
But
because of
they've been
D23,
going.
that's right.
No, but they still do it. It's just
Yeah.
they show you they show D23 different stuff than they do
Yeah.
at Comic-Con. That's all.
But looking at my Comic-Con experience from the past 9 years, like the Hall H Saturday is a big part
Yeah,
of why I go to that
Yeah,
show.
it's true because like Ricky and I have a different Comic-Con than you guys do. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
like I don't do drunk Comic-Con nearly as often as you guys do.
Oh, I do that a lot, but
I
Yeah.
do drunk Comic-Con all the time.
So good.
Yeah, I know.
Every
but
single time.
but
yeah, I
Frank
want
and
to join
I
in that group.
Frank and I did a drunk Comic-Con like once, like, and that was intense. It was intense because we
Wait, was
started.
that time where me and you went to? Well, all of us went to the part. That one was. It wasn't the IGN party. Was it the IGN party? Where you were wasted. You were wasted at this.
I mean,
one party.
when I go to an IGN party, I usually am wasted. But I would be really shocked if I went to an IGN party the same day that Frank and I started drinking vodka at 8 a.m.
Sound like me and Heim.
Weed Comic-Con is a lot more
Frank,
fun, too.
Frank, is that by the way the time that you went to find a motel with your ex-girlfriend?
No. That was with
Oh,
my
it's a different one.
ex-girlfriend. The motel one was with a completely new pool.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Did you say a completely new girl?
Pool.
I
He
said pool.
Oh, pool. Oh, okay. I was just like,
Pool. Yeah.
it was
There's
like that was my
definitely been
ex-girlfriend. This
days
is
where
new
I've
girl with this one.
I've camped out at the the Wired Lounge at the
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I miss
Wired
Wired
Lounge.
Lounge.
Yeah, Wired Lounge is there for a reason, and the reason is to get away from the con. And honestly,
Yeah, I've camped that up.
that's why I love the Wired Lounge. I love the Wired Lounge.
I don't like it because I don't like to get away from the con.
I
that's-
love getting away from the con.
I like
I
the free
don't.
booze away from the
That's
con.
what the other 361 days of the year are, to get
Well,
away from the con.
No, what that's the thing though. It's like con is great, but there are moments where you cannot be on the floor.
Yeah, you
It's
can't
like,
be in the
you
floor
can't
20. You can't be there
be
24.
on in that mix.
I
and the
want
Wired
to
Lounge
be.
gets
I
you out
want
of
to
that.
be in the mix as long as I humanly can.
That's why you get the Marion variant. Like
That's why I chose to stay home, because
It's
I
like-
know I can't do that. You know.
As much as I can honestly say I do con definitely different than probably 99% of the people who go to con.
yeah, we don't all have Michael
But-
Fassbender.
Aspen.
Hey,
It was
yeah.
Aspen.
only celebrity I've ever met, only celebrity I've ever hung out with. Never, I don't know any other celebrities. So it is, and it's
That-
not even
that-
I know him.
That doesn't sound right.
Of
Yeah,
course, it's
Dennis
not
is a
right.
celebrity.
I know a lot more celebrities than that, but still, I've met a lot more celebrities than him, and I know more.
Oh
than
God,
that.
he's gonna just
But-
spend the whole night just
Shut up.
dropping them.
Shut up! I ain't saying no names. But the thing is that like to go to con,
Mhm.
especially as long as I've gone to con, because I've gone to con since '95. I've been at con as a professional since '95, so it's one of those things where it gets to a point. In the beginning, it was like, "Whoa, I'm hanging out doing the geek shit."
You got to mix it up.
Yeah,
You know,
now
every year try to do
it's
something different.
Not when you start getting introduced to doing things differently, it's really hard to not want to do it.
Fassbender showed you the way.
Yeah, it's really, really, really hard. And I'm not saying like there's some special shit out there. I'm saying it's just when you get introduced to the fun shit, you tend to want to do more fun shit.
Yeah.
Are you talking like hard drugs?
Like he did
No,
ayahuasca at Comic Con.
I'm horrible at doing hard. I'm horrible at doing
Let's
drugs.
hear the stories.
I
All
hope-
the stories
I hope
from
we
the
all are.
I've partied with many celebrities at
Yeah.
Comic Con, and I don't prefer it. I don't prefer
Yeah.
it to the actual convention floor.
I get that.
Like,
I
it's not-
get
like,
it.
it's-
I can't knock
I
people who are
I
into
love
that.
watching like Eric's face when he meets a celebrity and he's super drunk. It's a very
It only happens with Simon Pegg, dude. That's
it's a
it.
very
It's happened with a
special
lot more
thing.
than just Simon
But
Pegg.
like that, that to me is a cherry on top of the convention.
It
that I
is.
go
It,
to all
it
day
is
long,
actually
dude.
That
one of
was
the cool things
Simon
to be
got
around.
pegged. Simon got pegged.
Jesus.
That was a different guy. Different
Oh
guy.
my god.
It is definitely hanging out with Eric at Comic-Con and him meeting celebrities. It is a lot more fun because I sit there and I'm like, oh, that's good. I've actually-
Who else have I just absolutely lost my shit to?
Robert Rodriguez. When we met Robert Rodriguez,
Didn't
don't
lose
remember?
my shit. No,
Yeah,
of
liar.
course not.
I
Dude.
have the pictures,
Dude, and it was like nice to meet you, but you and Ramon were freaking out way more than I was.
No, no way in hell.
Yes.
No way in hell.
I was
Nah,
like, oh, what did
don't
you
get me
do?
wrong.
Oh, sweet.
I love how you just like, oh, who are you? What
No,
is your
dude,
name?
it was just
Oh,
like
that's bullshit.
no. It was like nice to meet you, but like I'm not gonna like totally lose my shit over that. Like honestly, when I was in line for alcohol and Rico's rough
Casper Van Dien.
was like cut in front of people. I'm like, oh shit, like that. Like I was freaking out more seeing that guy.
That guy cut? What a dick!
He's Rico, man. He can do whatever.
No, he can't. He really can't. He's
I mean,
Rico.
Rico.
That's the best he ever did. He actually did come back as Rico in the animated
yeah, he did.
Netflix movie.
We're
and
not
it was
talking about
horrible.
kid stuff, Dennis.
Mhm.
This is
But
kid
I have no idea
cartoons.
who this is.
What?
This is
didn't
Starship
he-
Troopers.
Yeah,
Oh.
Starship Troopers. Didn't he do another live action one? I thought because I thought he did Roughnecks. I thought that's what it was. It was like
Roughnecks is
Starship Troopers
animated
Roughnecks.
also, dude.
Is it Roughnecks?
We're not talking about kid stuff, guys. Come on. We're talking about grown-up media.
Roughnecks is animated by Mainframe, who also did Beast Wars and Reboot.
I like Reboot.
How was the animation? Was it like Reboot?
The Roughnecks was after the other two, so it was the better of the three shows. Like
Was that a Starship Trooper thing?
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
it's Roughnecks. Rico's Rico Dude.
I
you said he
don't
hasn't
think
seen
I've
it.
ever.
He hasn't seen it.
I can't remember Starship
I'm
Troopers.
doing my part.
I'm sorry. Starship
It's
Troopers.
pretty cool.
Starship Troopers had an essence of genius in there because it was all propaganda for some fake shit.
Isn't
That
it
was
basically the same story of
great.
Ants?
Oh shit.
Is
I'm
that
sorry.
true?
Before I get into that, I'm gonna actually bounce.
Okay.
But you guys are awesome. I'm gonna take care of the kid. But
Okay, I guess you got to take care of kids.
I know.
Yeah.
Sorry. But seriously, you guys are so awesome. Thank you very much for having me
Yeah.
on again.
Thanks
Yeah.
for coming on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have them
you.
watch Roughnecks because that's a kid's show.
There you go. Yeah. Well, every single time you said that's kid shit, I wrote it down. So like so we can show it to the kid.
No, it's not always
Yeah.
kid shit
Yeah.
most of the
I
time.
know. I know. Of
But
course.
thank you for coming back,
Thank you.
and we'll do this again in the new year.
Love
'Cause you
to.
can't come back this year for sure.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
not allowed to. You're not allowed
Well,
to.
no.
You're not allowed.
now I'm upset.
we
You're
need a
banned.
break.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Dennis
you
actually
guys
wanted to
keep
talk to you
going.
about that.
All right. Thank you
All right.
so much.
Thanks,
All right,
thanks,
later.
Eric.
So Dennis, so my brother wants to do your show. He just doesn't think he's geeky enough to be on this show.
He's geeky enough.
I talked
I've
to him. I was just
I've
like,
had conversations with him before, and he's geeky enough. I would love to have Ryan on the show. That'd be great. But I want to have definitely on a Marvel show where we get to talk about something.
he was literally, he was like, I don't think I'm geeky enough to be on a Marvel show. And I was just like,
Probably knows
dude,
more than
you
me.
worked at Marvel for how long?
Yeah,
But
that's cool. I'll hit him up for sure.
yeah,
He knows.
hit him up.
He knows.
Definitely
He
hit him
knows
up.
I don't pay, right? He knows I don't pay.
Yes,
right?
he knows you don't pay.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm just making sure. I mean, that was a little behind the curtain there for everybody watching our show. We get these people free.
We're gonna upset the fantasy now.
Suckers. We
Yeah,
pocket
we-
all that Patreon money.
Yeah, you guys get us for free because I can actually talk shit.
Nice. Yeah. No, that'd be awesome. I'm glad. Thank you for checking with him to see about that. Yeah. But
Well,
yeah,
it's actually funny because so my wife came. That's why I stepped off because my wife came and I had to first escort my dog out to go hang out with my wife, and my wife wanted to make out with me for some strange reason at this point. knowing that I'm doing this, she was just like, "Stop doing that. Come hang out with me." And I was just like, "No, I can't do that." So you guys should be happy. I'm taking away time from my wife to hang out with you guys.
Mine just went to bed a few minutes ago, man. I'm the jerk that has to like wake her up every Friday night.
I'm the jerk that basically tells my wife, "No, I'm doing a podcast." So, so,
cool.
but in that process, Ryan called me, and when Ryan called me, I was just like, "Yo, I'm doing Dennis's podcast," and he was just like, "Oh, that's actually pretty cool. I actually like to do it, but I don't think I'm geeky enough to do that shit."
Sign him up.
That's cool.
So-
No, I used to love nerding out with Ryan at work. It was fun. But yeah, he always. I do get the impression that he is more of an introvert than you. Is that
God,
fair?
Yes, it's very fair to say.
Yeah. So
Very
like,
fair to say.
so I'm always kind of cautious of like expending the batteries of an introvert. You know what I mean? Because like it's hard.
If you're gonna,
I know Frank is partially too, right? You're at least part introvert, right?
Yeah, you know what? It's funny when I take the Myers-Briggs test, I go from being like introvert, INTJ, I think, and then like, but every so often when I take it, it's ENTJ. Like it just switches.
Yeah, you can be
randomly.
both. You can be both. I'm 70-30.
70-30.
And
No,
so like
yeah, so mine completely switches whenever I take the test, depending on my mood, depending on what's going on or whatever. So yeah. My batteries do expend, but I like to say that I have a long battery life. Like I have a long I have like Energizer Bunny or something.
But I guess like I just know like certain people. I'm like, I would love to have these people on here, but like, I guess it's like, as long as they, if we're respectful of their time and only do the main show, that's pretty easy, right? Yeah. But like getting people to stick around for the soapbox sometimes is like the big win, because then we just talk about whatever, and I don't mind, like Eric has stuff he has to go do. It's fine, I get it, so like we don't set a deadline on this one, so
it's actually funny. I've always thought to myself, for this, if you wanted a really wild show, me and Travis.
No,
I thought we talked about that.
We've definitely we've talked about that before. We've talked about that and how that would be dangerous. The other one that we talked about is David, Jaffe, and Travis together as well.
Yes, Jaffe and Travis would be also.
I would love to sit on that one. That would be fun.
I'd love to just watch that one from like the wings.
Yeah, just let it happen.
Yeah, two very opinionated people.
Yeah. We'll see about that one, because like
like you haven't been around me and Travis. Me and Travis have had heated conversations.
You think I haven't been around that? Man, you're drunk so often. You've been drunk a lot. I've been around that way more than you think I have.
Me and Travis are talking Star Wars is probably the most heated I've ever been in talking about like any kind of inanimate bullshit ever with anybody. Is me and Travis talking about Star Wars.
Here's the funny thing about the Comic Cons, because like I always go to when IGN had a party, I had an in, so I could always get an invite every year, and you guys would always show up, and you'd go there independently. You guys never invited me. I always just found you guys there.
You need to understand, it was so hard to get into an IGN party.
Dennis got me in one year, and then he left.
I'm joking. Yeah, exactly. I just get Ricky in.
He got me in and dipped.
IGN parties are pretty hard to get into.
Probably the best part.
It's so hard to get into those parties.
Not for me, but
not all of us have that face.
But
we're not all beautiful like you.
Yeah, no, it's true. But I'm just giving you shit for that. But what the funny thing is because you guys hang out all day at like the Wired party or the Wired thing. So you're super drunk, and so by the time you get to the IGN party, you don't even notice that I'm there sometimes. And like,
I've always noticed you. Not one time.
No. But I'm saying I can watch the interactions between you and Travis before you're even aware of my presence.
That's probably true, because 9 times out of 10, when me and Travis get around each other, we're drunk.
Exactly.
we're
exactly.
Both drunk. Yeah.
But I'm there a lot more than you think I am. That's what I'm saying.
there's a lot of times where we start off sober, but we always end up drunk. With me and Travis, we always end up drunk, no matter what.
One of
It's like,
so you know how like at the Comic Cons I always like I think what was it? I want to say it was like 7-8 years ago. Hasbro sold that Infinity Gauntlet that I carry around.
I have the picture.
Yeah. And so, ever since they sold it, like I bought it at Comic-Con that day, came home, opened it up, and said, "This goes on my chair." And so from that point on, ever since, every convention I go to, it just sits. It's part of my chair. I just wear it every day, and it makes people joyful. And what was really cool about every year that went on is like the closer and closer we got to Infinity War, the more people recognized what it was, until after Infinity War, everybody recognized, oh, that's the Thanos glove. And I'm like, God damn it, that's not what it's called.
The old Thanos glove.
The old Thanos glove.
But it was really cool to watch, people, more and more people like just by osmosis just know what that thing was. But I used to love taking it to parties and stuff all the time. And I remember one of the first times I took it to an IGN party, and Travis was there, and he was just talking to some random girls that were just super drunk, and they were flirty and stuff. And he was playing. He's like, he saw it on me. It's like, can I wear this? I was like, yeah. So he puts it on. He's like wearing it, and these girls are like, "What is it? What is that?" He's like, "It's the Infinity Gauntlet." And they're like, "What does it do?" And he looks at them with his eyes big, and he goes, "Bitch, everything."
Yes, it's actually funny because that is what Travis would do.
It was
It's
so
everything.
good. He just said, "Bitch, everything," and like, all the nerds just started laughing so hard. And this girl had no idea what just happened. It was great.
Amazing.
It was amazing. Yeah.
Dude, Travis said something funny about when my band played at your wedding, we did a song that was like went into Nicki Minaj, like we started like covering a Nicki Minaj song, and I heard later that Travis said, "Did that little N-word play Nicki Minaj?" And like I thought that was the most hilarious thing that I've ever heard of in a while. Like I kind of wish that like we could have testimonials on our site, like one from Travis that says this little N-word plays Nicki Minaj. I think
Frank played. Frank
Travis.
was in the band at your wedding.
Oh my God, Ricky!
Really?
Frank was.
We're gonna Mandela effect. Ricky.
I don't. I mean, shit. I didn't know.
Yeah, that's
I think it's funny how many.
No, I was. So Dennis's wedding is like this weird Nexus event for me on this show because I've probably met all of you guys before.
Joel
at that wedding.
Joel was not at my wedding.
I've met most people on this show either at that wedding or through a Comic-Con in some indirect conversation.
I'm almost guaranteed me and Dennis started hanging out after he was married. I'm almost guaranteed.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Me and Dennis started hanging out.
It's technically not true. It's just he didn't notice me at the parties all the time.
Well, I just don't notice you. Yeah, that face.
I had one of those Nexus moments with.
I just don't notice you ever.
Or thinking about Joel, I had a Nexus moment about that because I never made the connection. Joel,
I legit I liked Frank's cover of the Freeze Race song, right?
Oh yeah, we did
from Dr. Horribles.
Yeah,
that you sang, and it was always like in the back of my mind, I'm like, all right, keeping stuff on retainer, like, oh, that'd be cool if I had it at my wedding, and like. So now I know, Frank, you can sing at my wedding.
All right, perfect, good.
It's a bit more of a commute now for Frank.
Yeah,
it's a little bit of a drive, but I would
figure
come
it
down.
out.
If you wanted that, Ricky, I would come down for it.
It is fun. It is funny because like that's what weddings are, right, Joel? Like you mash up all. It's an intersection of all the different people, through your life at different parts of your life or in different places during the same part of your life. Yeah, and you choose the ones that you want to have there and intersect. And I don't know that it's important for me that they all meet each other. That's up to them, like if they want to meet and stuff. But it's really funny to me, like over the years, how it was very important to me that Frank was, brought his band to the wedding. Like that was a big thing.
Did Frank really sing at your wedding?
Yes.
Dude, this is news to me too, dude. Like I knew someone
Oh,
saying. I didn't know it
okay.
was Frank.
I'm 90% sure at least 2 of us remember that. I know at the very least one of us does.
And so what's really funny to me is throughout the years, like I've more and more of my friends have gotten to know Frank, because Frank's from work, right? Frank is a work friend versus family versus college friends, right? And those are kind of like the three different intersections that you bring all together. So you have your work friends and all, meet all these people from different parts of your life. And what's funny is like, especially with the pandemic and stuff, you just kind of blend them all, like, because like you choose who you want to keep in touch with. And you do things differently, right? So you do a lot of messaging and Slack or whatever things and stuff. And it's really funny to me because my friends, like throughout the years, would be like if I wish I had known all the people at your wedding the way I do now. You know what I mean? Like it's funny to me because like I think it's funny that we just did this show for a full year with Ricky and Frank, and Ricky just found out that he's known Frank for way longer than he ever.
Like again, like that specific song has just stuck with me from your wedding.
You don't remember
what was the song?
It's the Dr. Horrible song.
Dr. Horrible,
the
Freeze Ray song. Yeah.
I will stop.
You don't remember
the world.
We were sitting next to each other and you poured the miso soup in my lap. You're like, this is some C tier shit. You just threw it at my lap and I'm all like, what the?
I was drinking soup back in those days. I didn't know better.
Yeah.
You were young.
But actually our guest next week is, I think, one of the people that's made that that's voiced that. Oliver didn't realize all the people that he knew, that he did, like Ian, he didn't know Ian, he didn't know Kelly, these are all these different people that Travis, Oliver's hated Travis's opinion of movies for years, but he doesn't.
That's right.
But he doesn't. But he doesn't know that he met Travis many years ago at my wedding.
Here's the thing about Travis. I feel like Travis gets glamored a lot when it comes to certain movies, and like I remember the biggest argument me and Travis had, and it's actually funny because now Travis will never agree with the whole situation. Is Prometheus. We went to the movie and Travis was like,
"Ooh, we talking Prometheus?
You've done this. You've done this before. We're not doing Prometheus. You've done this.
He argued with me so much.
Wait, are you pro or con Prometheus?
Oh, I thought Prometheus sucked.
Sorry, Ricky.
It does suck.
Prometheus
it's a bad
garbage.
It is a garbage movie.
It was garbage.
But Travis. So next time we have Travis on, we got to talk Prometheus.
But
help Rick.
Now, hold on. Now Travis understands Prometheus is garbage. But he did, like, we argued in the freaking parking lot about how garbage. I was like, this movie is stupid, made no sense. And Travis was just like, you don't understand genius. And I was just like, what?
That movie plays with like some cool themes, but I can definitely see why it's not a great
new
movie.
Themes though.
It plays with cool themes,
but not in any
I
cool way. Not in cool ways. Playing with cool themes. Just to be clear,
I don't think people
Son of the Mask plays with cool themes.
That movie.
Son of the Mask plays with cool themes.
A lot of movies don't even dare to tackle that type of subject matter. So just to see it in some capacity.
It was
2016 Ghostbusters plays with cool themes.
That's actually very true.
You see how that works?
Done horribly.
It doesn't mean anything when you say that it plays with cool themes.
It's done horribly.
Yeah.
Done horribly. Execution actually means something.
Curious, Ricky. So Jason Coker, he plays D&D with us on every week.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. You guys actually play D&D?
Yeah.
I've been trying to get into that. Like, I want to learn how to play D&D.
That game is really exclusive.
I'm sorry. I guess I understand. No black people are lying.
Well, hold on.
They have one. They have one already.
We got one.
Coker.
But before we go on his tangent, you do know that Coker was the DJ at my wedding, right?
Me?
Coker
Yes,
was
you.
the DJ at my wedding.
I asked him to play Blurred Lines, and he wouldn't do it.
Oh yeah.
This is before I knew.
Coker was the DJ at my wedding.
You should have asked us to play it. We
Yeah.
we knew it, Ricky, and we would have played.
Well,
it
guess what? My wedding was way before your wedding.
Your wedding was, I guarantee, was better than my wedding.
Yeah,
So
I guarantee that too.
I
Dennis's
guarantee
wedding was
your wedding
pretty
was
top
better.
tier.
Mine,
Yeah,
mine had
people
mine had
still talk
Frank.
about Dennis's wedding in my
mine had
family.
Frank's band. Yeah.
Yeah, I had nobody. Yeah,
Hmm.
I had me. I had my celebrity. My celebrity was Ryan. So that was about it.
And Michael
So,
Fassbender made an appearance. He gave
Michael
the toast.
Fassbender.
Not even
Michael
close.
Michael
Fassbender.
Fassbender gave
not
the
even
toast.
close.
Yeah,
he didn't even remember me from
Assbender was
that.
at the hotel afterwards.
He was
Nope, he didn't even remember me.
he was
Nope.
at the honeymoon for sure.
But anyways, let's go back to what you were saying. So you're desperately seeking a D&D experience you've never played before.
I've never played before. Every time somebody talks about it, I'm like, this sounds so much fun. But everybody always tells me this. It's like, if you ain't gonna be serious, don't come. Because if you come and you're not gonna be serious, it's some bullshit. And I was just like,
Nah,
okay,
that's
I
not
don't know if I want to do it.
I'm
So I
definitely
would-
not serious.
So I will say this about it, Ricky, because Ricky had never played before, but we've been playing we're on chapter 29. So we've played for 28 weeks so far this year, half the year, I guess, or slightly more than half the year.
Half the year.
And it's because like I kept being optimistic last year and thinking that we didn't need this as a diversion. So last year I watched all these other people play D&D and I just never did it. And like when we entered year 2 of pandemic, I was like, fuck it, we're playing D&D. And so I got my friend who was our DM in our dungeon master in college. I hit him up. I hadn't talked to him in years, but I was like, pandemic rules mean you can talk to anybody you want. Like it doesn't, you know? And so I just hit him up and he's like, yeah, sure, we'll do it. How about Thursdays? And I think we worked out Thursdays is the day we wanted it. It was the most convenient for most people, with the exception of Frank. I think Frank was the only person we couldn't get to do Thursdays. And so Frank does not play with us yet.
Shocking.
But it was Ricky's first time playing D&D. And while I will say that it is fun, it is not as fun as playing in person. I will like that is
now, here's the
that
thing.
is for certain.
Can you play D&D drunk?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I do it all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can, and that's definitely the way I learned to play it back in the day. When like anybody that's trying to be too serious with you, like, nah, you're that's the wrong people. You're like I told you before earlier, your friends are stupid. It's like it's just you just have to have the DM like be cool with it. You know what I mean? Like if your DM's not cool with it, then it's not going to be cool.
Like
But if
most
you're-
people that I hear from always say the same thing. You don't want to go through all this preparation of making a scene and all this stuff to have somebody just fuck off going like magic missile, and just do that the whole damn.
Yeah.
That's not even the worst spell you can
But see-
cast.
But see, our
No.
DM has been doing this for like more than half his life, and so for him, he gets it all. Like he gets the entire. Like he plays multiple days a week, right? Like he has a different. He has like 4. I think he plays three days out of the week at least, and like sometimes he'll ask us. He's like, "Hey, I'm starting up this other campaign of a different game on Sunday. Anybody down?" And it's just like crickets for us because like for us, it's enough that we just do one day. You know what I mean? I don't want to make another character and play a different character and do. I don't want to commit. It's a time commitment thing. You know what I mean? But if that's his thing, that's his thing. That's cool. But like he does it so much that like I don't feel bad if we're the silly ones. You know what I mean? Because like I know that he's getting the serious one somewhere else. Like or he's getting the whole spectrum because he's playing with multiple groups throughout the week. You know. And I gotta believe that they're all not stupid idiots like us. I have to believe that.
I do some dumb
I
shit.
definitely want to try it just to try it, just to see what the
Yeah.
fuck. Because everything I do in my mind is all about gaining ideas and hearing. Like I heard a joke today that I guarantee I'm gonna use in a script. When I heard this joke, I was just like, "Oh my god, this is one of the funniest things I've heard in a very long while." But the thing is that I just like hearing things, taking things in, so I can learn and basically build my repertoire when it comes to coming up with ideas. And that's all it is. So
Yeah, I mean, you could use it for that, but like, it's really just a. I mean, if you look at it as like a video game that you get to do with your friends,
mhm.
you know what I mean? Like but you have, but you know how like in a video game, like when you're really drunk with your friends, there's always like something. There's always something that you wish you could do, and you just can't do it because the game won't allow it, right? Like you just
Mhm.
like it's like God, I wish I could just like, you know,
Magic missile. I get it.
yeah, sure, or kill this bartender because the
Like when you
bartender's
play
annoying.
GTA or something, you just get bored and you're like, "Fuck, I'm tired of being a good guy. I'm just gonna bash everyone in this bar and
Mhm.
like
Basically.
run from the
Yeah,
cops."
kind of like that, but like GTA is a bad example because they really do let you do way too much stuff. You know
They
what I mean?
thrive on that.
But like if you're playing like a role playing game and the bartender is just giving you quest after quest and you're just tired of him, you can't put an arrow in his head. You know what I mean? Like, but you could do that. You could do whatever you want in this thing, and a good DM will roll with the punches. You know what I mean? And like, and a good DM won't have spent all day planning one direction that you can go, but instead
Mhm.
he'll have spent part of the day planning possible directions you could go and giving you those options, you know, and saying, here's what you have available today, you know, like what would you like to do? And even if you don't want to do any of those, he can still pivot and be okay with that. And that's what ours
Mhm.
does. So ours, the story is not, the story is slow. We only play for about 2.5 hours a week, you
Mhm.
know, and so not a lot of story gets done. A little bit more than the first 2 episodes of Hawkeye. Maybe it's maybe a little bit more than
That's
that.
funny.
Like,
We're having fun.
but it's mostly just us being silly and stuff. And so like last week, you know, or not by last week, I mean the last time we played, we didn't play, you know, Thanksgiving, and we didn't play this week or the week before Thanksgiving. So it's been 3 weeks since we played, but and I know Coker's hard up for it too. Like it's like I know he is. Like he gets
He's like, "I got some DID, man."
well
DID.
his heart breaks because like sometimes we don't know until maybe a few hours
Oh yeah,
before
like a
the
last minute thing
evening
on this one.
whether or not we're gonna play. You know, like it's not because it's so easy to cancel because it's just Zoom. You're already in your home anyways. You know, like it's easier to cancel because like, you know, if something comes up, and we didn't have to like drive to somebody's house to play. It's literally just like, oh, I guess I'm just gonna go watch TV instead of get on Zoom. You know.
Well, if you guys ever need an extra black guy, I'm open to the idea of trying it out just to see. I need to know what I need to do to prepare.
Would you be willing to play a non-black guy? Because I think that would
I don't
really
give a
hurt my
shit. I'll play.
childhood.
Honestly, guys, you want to hear something funny? Every MMO I've ever played, I play women.
It's like Dennis.
That's like me and Dennis. We do the same
Yeah,
thing.
that's
I only play women.
I don't do that in D&D though. Like there's a reason why I do it in video games. Okay.
That's
Well,
for the
I
graphics.
do it in video
Graphics.
games because it's
the
a lot
graphics.
easier.
Yes.
Well, I do it in video games because it's a lot easier to get help from random people.
100%. In an MMO, you get like 100 gold.
You better believe in an actual D&D campaign, I have a penis and it matters to the story. It always matters to the story.
I'm just saying, it's like for me, I don't give a shit. I don't care if I play whatever. I play an 8-legged. I don't give a shit. So, and the race could literally be I don't give a shit. So, I don't care. I'll do whatever the fuck it takes to play. I just want to have fun and understand what the fuck I'm doing, and that's it.
Are you good
doing
at
things.
improving, Joel?
I am good at whatever it takes to have fun.
That is, I don't know if I like that answer.
Yeah, that's
very,
you must have been popular in college.
I am very much one of those guys where it's like, fuck it. If that's how it works, let's do it. Unless unless it fucks with my childhood, that's how I work. If it fucks
Yeah.
with my childhood, then I'm like, no. Then,
the only thing I can always ask the DM, but like, does it, Frank? I don't know. Do you know? Is it hard to bring a person who's never played D&D in at level 12?
No, I wouldn't imagine so. But a lot of the groups that I play in, we focus more on RPing than like rule not seeing or whatever. You know, we so it's never hard as long as they're willing to be an actor and
Well, because
participate.
I only meant because like if he's never played, he has to learn all of the skills that he's
Well,
acquired from
I haven't
1
learned
to
all of my
1 to 12.
skills.
I was
Exactly.
gonna say, don't start them off as like a freaking arcane, spellcaster or something like that. Start them off as
fair. A simple class like fighter mage, fighter mage thief.
Yeah, fighter mage thief. Oh well.
Well, not mage. Actually,
not mage.
that's too hard.
Fighter thief. Maybe
Well,
paladin.
We do need a new thief because the one we have sucks.
Is that me?
Yeah, that's you.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm not a thief, am I? I'm a rogue. You make me a thief automatically?
It's same difference. Rogue
is a thief.
He
used to be a thief in the original.
Yeah,
I have thief tools.
Rogue is the ruining my childhood rebranding of thief.
Yeah,
that's what a rogue is.
Exactly, ruining your childhood sucks.
I'm kidding. But no, my favorite thing about Ricky's rogue is that when we have him pick locks, he feels that he owns everything in the chest, and we should be so thankful.
Right?
That
if I open
he believes that he bestows the things inside the chest upon us.
That sounds like he's playing a thief.
Like
that
if you're a safe cracker and you open a safe, all that shit in there's yours.
What levels are you guys?
Not if you can't. No, that's why I said we're 12. We're 12. We're all 12.
Wait, all of you are 12?
The party, the way it works, the way our DM does it is XP is gained. Oh, Ricky's gone. XP is gained at like in lump sum, basically. So it's not like every single little thing you kill or do gets you XP. It's when the DM has decided that you've reached a milestone, like then he gives you your next level, basically. And so we all level up together. We all started at level 1, and like I said, we've been playing for 28 weeks, and so we're level 12 now.
Okay.
But I like to give him shit, like every night when it ends, I'll be like, we're level 12. We leveled up, right? And he's like, no, you didn't level up.
Hey, so I'm all about doing the work. Why? Because I'm all about working in the mailroom when you first learn something. It's like, fuck, I don't give a shit. Because that's how it should work. It's like you start off, you want to do something, you got to work in the mailroom. You got to do the bullshit jobs.
That reminds me, Joel, I was trying to bring it up earlier, but then we started talking about something else. But that's when I first met you, actually. I was working in the mailroom. And I didn't know who you were, so I had that same kind of Ricky moment, like with the band at the wedding.
In the mailroom at Sony,
with Thrash.
Really?
Yeah, for a brief time, I was working to replace whoever. Was
I
there
I forgot about that. That was a very brief time.
Super brief. I was working
it was like 2 weeks.
I was contracted to work there for a year, but then I ended up moving to Reno, and it was maybe a month. I think I worked maybe 1 month or
it wasn't
more than 2.
I remember you got the gig, and then next thing you know, you're off to Reno. And we're like, what happened? Yeah.
So
wow.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
I never knew that. That is actually
the main reason. I don't remember who the guy was who was in charge of that facilities area.
Ron Seifert.
So Seifert was correcting me because I was saying Joel, and he's all, no, it's Joel. And I'm all, Joel, and he's all, and then so Seifert starts, and then I forget who the guy under him was, but they started with they were like Joel, Joel, and they were just like singing it, and it was like a choir almost in front of me.
No one's ever corrected me, and I just do it. I just call him Joel.
Literally, I've corrected people so many damn times.
I don't even feel bad about it. Too.
You shouldn't. And I've corrected people so many damn times about my name.
Joel.
And people literally, Travis calls me Joel. That's what Travis calls.
So, our family members with your spelling are named Joel.
Well, Travis calls me Joel because he thinks I'm a hoe. But the thing is that that was in a past life. I was a hoe. And now I am a committed married man.
Who's also a hoe.
You can still be a hoe.
Yeah. Previous in a past life, I used to be.
I'm not going to pass judgment on the type of marriage you have. Who am I to say what you can and can't do?
That was good. That was very good.
That's how D&D goes.
That was good. That was funny.
Who, right?
Just to give you guys a heads up, I have about 5 more minutes because my wife's been texting me like,
no, it's cool. It's cool.
What about MMA? What style of martial arts do you practice? Are you more striking or
striking vipers?
I've been doing martial arts since middle school, and like I started off with Taekwondo, and I moved on to Bagua. Well, technically.
Nice.
Technically, I went from Taekwondo to wrestling, and I did wrestling. I did Taekwondo in middle school, did wrestling
like American wrestling.
Yeah, I was on the wrestling team all 4 years in my high school. Then in college, I did Bagua, and then from Bagua, I went to Chorley Foot.
Nice.
And then after Chorley Foot was Northern Style Kung Fu, and after Chorley Foot, I stopped. And I stopped and I didn't do anything for like about 10 years. And then I felt the itch to fight. And I started doing Muay Thai because my brother, Ryan, is a very good Muay Thai fighter. He's really good.
Yeah.
Like he's been doing Muay Thai since like maybe mid-90s. And he is really good. So
he's a big guy too.
Yeah, he is. When it comes to fighting, Ryan's that type of guy where honestly, is
he younger or older?
He's older.
Okay,
he's 6 years older than me.
Wow, he's 6 years older than you, huh?
Yeah, because he's a lot more fitter than I am. I'm just whiter than he is, and the thing is that
it's like DeVito and Schwarzenegger thing, right?
Yes. But the thing is, like with him, he's the one who got me into doing Muay Thai because I was like, I really want to do martial arts, and he was like, you should try Muay Thai. And then I started doing MMA with the Noriega brothers and Mayor Mesa. And when I started doing MMA with them, I was just like, holy crap, this is freaking great. Because the thing is, here's the thing with me. When I used to do kung fu, it was really hard to do kicks. I couldn't do a kick to save my life, even though I was a high ranking. I could do a kick. It's just I hated kicking because it just felt so rigid. When I started doing Muay Thai, all I do is kick people. All I want, literally, if you're standing there, I'm going to kick you. Guaranteed, you're getting kicked.
You didn't like kicks in Taekwondo?
No, I hated kicks until I started doing Muay Thai. And then when I started doing Muay Thai and I freaking learned how to do a kick to freaking hurt somebody, it became, and then the funny thing is that after Muay Thai, I've been doing Muay Thai since 2011. And then I started doing jiu-jitsu in 2014, 15.
Japanese or Brazilian?
Brazilian.
Oh, okay.
And honestly, it's probably one of the more fun things to do is to wrestle somebody knowing that you are about to break their ankle, but you play with their wrist. And you're just sitting there playing with their wrist. and you're just doing shit to their wrist.
Wait, are you guys really wrestling or just
Yeah.
playing with their
Well,
wrists?
no, it's
Talk about
actually
ass
funny.
bender
It's
again?
actually funny. It's actually funny because jujitsu is all chess. Jujitsu is all
Yeah.
chess. You sit there and make them think you are going for the wrist, but everything you do is setting up that ankle to get broken, and you just manipulate the wrist to the point where it's close enough to the ankle to just switch to the ankle, and you break the ankle, and it is probably one of it's just the essence of how smart it works to get from the wrist to the ankle, and it works. It is probably one of my favorite things to do. Like, honestly, like, I love doing, my favorite move ever is heel hook and the electric chair. I love doing both of those.
Maybe next time we'll get you to demo on Eric for us.
We do a live show, I will demo on
Yeah.
Yeah,
Eric.
just do a demo
Live from the Comic Con
Eric's-
Hotel.
Live
Eric's
from
ankle.
Comic.
Yeah.
The Comic Con
We'll push the-
Motel 6. Motel
push the
Oh, that's
meds
not a
back.
bad idea. Getting a hotel at Comic Con, doing the show from there.
That's what I will do. That I made a promise today. I will do that. I promise you, I will beat the crap out of Eric just for the show.
Perfect.
That's what I do. But anyway, my wife is literally she's
Yeah.
texted me about
Alrighty.
4 times the last
Thank
5
you for
minutes.
hanging out, and
Yeah, thanks for hanging out.
Thank you guys for having me. I
Feel free
really
to-
appreciate
feel-
it.
It's always good.
feel free to jump in on the chat on any week you're not the guest too. You can
Oh
come
no,
visit
no.
us.
I actually almost every Friday, my wife has me booked for a lot of things for my
I see.
Fridays.
A lot of
So,
things.
yes,
That's why I schedule people so far in advance. See,
believe it or not, is like if you didn't, my wife would have probably had me do something tonight. I guarantee.
nice.
It's
Well,
because it's a Friday.
We'll tell her. Thank you for giving us your time for the evening.
No,
And,
thank you guys for
and-
having me.
No.
And we promise
the
not
boss.
to have you back for another 4 months so that she can
Yeah, to recharge the old batteries.
recharge the batteries. Yeah.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I
Yeah.
really do appreciate it.
All right.
All right. Have a
All right,
good
guys.
night.
Everyone.
And good
All
night,
right,
everybody.
everyone.
Thanks for watching.